We're the
What up, bitches?
yeah, we're the opposing weirdos that our channel characters called us.
You weren't
Yeah.
all gone. It was mainly just you.
Well,
I am
mostly
not
it was Sonic, but who's counting?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I couldn't resist.
In any case, folks, we are back, and so is Helluva Boss. Season 2, Episode 2 dropped on the 19th. At least I think it was the 19th. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was the 19th. Yeah, because it was like 2 days before Black Adam, which, by the way, was pretty friggin' awesome.
But we're not talking about Black Adam.
No, that's true. We're not. We, at some point, are going to have to. But, no, we're here to talk about Episode 2 of Season 2 of Helluva Boss. It seems weird to me, but it's like, I'm starting to think that every season now, we're going to see an echo of the previous season. We just saw with Episode 2, it was another Octavia episode in a lot of ways. We did get some Luna, which I was really happy to see.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And then, we got a little bit more going on with the various characters. So, folks, I'm Warwolf. We're hanging out here. We got Shadow of Chaos,
Hello.
Sear, Lovely Ruby, and Jayse.
Yeah.
And we are just here to shoot the shit about Helluva Boss, which is a really awesome web series. It's been going for about technically 2 years, because even though I think the pilot launched in, 2020?
I think 2020.
That sounds about right. So I'm glad they dropped the new episode for us, just in time for Halloween. Now I honestly had been speaking.
Nice.
No, all right, wait, hang on a minute, dude. If you're gonna do a maniacal laugh, you've got to do it right. It's got to go like this.
No, I'm not even gonna try and top that.
To be honest, you wouldn't be able to top it. No offense.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I could never top anybody in anything.
Don't be that way.
Dude, phrasing, man. Phrasing.
I know. I don't care about the phrasing right now.
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah, dude, are you sure we're streaming on YouTube? I don't see us anywhere on here.
We're live on YouTube and Twitch.
Weird. It's like I don't.
Yes, we do have a Twitch.
Yeah, I don't see our. Oh, there we go. There we go. No, I see what happened.
You keep watching it like a hawk.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to actually pop up on the thing there, so this way I could go join in on the voice chat and everything. Well, not the voice, but you get what I know. You know.
Yeah, I know what you.
We get what you mean.
Yeah, and so let's start off with the fact that, again, we got ourselves another Octavia episode. Now, this is really only I think the second or third time we've really seen a lot about Octavia, because I think she was briefly, I think, shown in episode 7 of season 1, but it wasn't actually her.
Right.
So I think prior to that, episode 2 of season 1, which was technically the third episode overall because of the pilot, which was effectively episode 0. So we've really only seen her twice so far in the series, and we did get a chance to see a little bit more of her backstory with Stolas.
In case anyone's wondering,
1 second.
Ruby's enjoying Pringles, in case anyone's wondering.
Yes, I am.
And we're not sponsored by Pringles.
We'll never get sponsored by anything at this point.
That'd be fun if we did.
It would be.
Well, we're kind of a foul-mouthed bunch. I'm not sure if we'd ever get sponsored, but if we did, it'd be pretty fucking funny.
It would.
Oh, yeah.
It would be fucking funny. Endorsements. Can't live with them. Can't live without them.
Nope.
But yeah,
it's a double-edged sword.
Yes.
Well, I mean, the nostalgia critic manages it, but
Yeah, that's true.
He and the angry video game nerd are kind of grandfathered in. So
Grandfathered in.
Well,
is that older than retirement homes?
No, grandfathered in means that most people aren't going to get uppity about them swearing just because they've always done it.
It's a joke. I was making a joke.
I know. But your jokes are worse than Shadow's, man.
I know, and they will always be. That's why I'm very good at self-deprecation humor.
Guys, I have something to confess.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I didn't watch season 2, episode 2.
Yeah, we told you about this more
Oh.
than 3 days in advance, and you still didn't do it.
We did say on
You lazy
Monday,
bones.
as soon as the video recording session ended, if you haven't seen Helluva Boss, then go watch it.
Exactly.
I didn't word it exactly like that, but you know what I mean.
Oh, trust me, I'm already watching it.
Okay, so you're you're
Oh,
multitasking.
you're watching it right now.
Also, she's
Multitasking.
double dipping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
The only thing you shouldn't double dip is a mozzarella stick and
Right
red
now,
sauce.
I'm like, I'm also like, kind of try not to laugh too hard because
Oh, it's hard not to
there,
laugh at
because
those. They're hilarious.
Oh, yeah, it's funny.
Brendan
Oh yeah,
Rogers.
the show is funny, but it's also got a lot of heart for this particular episode.
no,
Yeah,
apparently
'cause,
Brandon Rogers, the voice of Blitz, got a weird ass cameo.
Yeah, he
Yes.
did.
Yeah,
yes,
well,
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
basically done as kind of an in-joke. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean,
can we
basically,
talk about the
like,
fact.
all right. So again, folks, we got to say this ahead of time
Oh,
because with the exception of Ruby, who's watching it right now, we've all seen this episode. So this is your spoiler warning.
so yeah, down here if you haven't
Definitely.
seen it yet,
If
go
you haven't
watch.
seen it, be forewarned. Because if you still haven't seen it, then you clearly don't pay attention.
And if you're seeing this before you've seen episode 2 of season 2, go watch that first and then come back. Otherwise, you're on your own because we've already, like I said, seen
Even
this
more.
with the exception of Ruby. This is
Yeah.
this is
Even
your
more.
spoiler warning. This is your
Don't get
spoiler
this-
warning.
We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, I
can we
just
talk about the
finished it.
fact
I
that-
just finished it.
That fast.
That's
Yeah.
fast.
Shit, it's a 21-minute episode. What were
Yeah.
you doing?
I was watching it way before you guys started recording.
Oh, you just
Ay.
got.
Oh.
So wait, so you
That's
started
a
watching
butt
before
thing.
we actually started streaming?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
What a fast two-tailed fox voice actress.
She probably was playing it at like 1.5 times speed or something.
Maybe two.
Probably. We can probably go with that
Yeah.
conclusion. But to be honest,
Yeah.
who's counting?
Now,
So,
let's go.
the episode
find our
starts
daughters.
with Stolas discussing a meteor shower, which he calls Azathoth's tears, or Azathoth's tears, whatever the hell it is. So
I'm good.
let me just bring out that's a reference to H.P. Lovecraft, so that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Oh
calling
yeah, I got that.
yeah.
And
So that
this
was
goes to show how great of a father Stolas can really be.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so Stolas. We've gotten the impression over the few episodes we've seen where Octavia is involved that she has a much stronger connection with Stolas than Stella. In fact, this goes back to season 1, episode 2, where we do see that, like, Octavia's got a couple of drawings on her wall when she's very, very young. But you notice the only one that she has that features either of her parents at all is just her and Stolas.
Mm-hmm.
Stella, I really get the impression she's almost completely removed from her daughter's life. She only cares about whether or not she's upholding the family,
Family name.
the family reputation, quote unquote.
Yeah.
If she ever.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. But so long story very short. We see that Octavia asks Stolas about going to see the meteor shower again the next time it comes around.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, sure, we'll go see it. And then we see it cut to her as a teenager. And remember, the character is supposed to be 17.
Right.
Now, of course, given the way time works in hell, that means she's roughly about 170 years old Earth time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And basically, she's really, really happy to go see this. And this is the first time we don't see her acting like a pouty goth emo. She's really into it. And then she runs into Stolas having an argument with Stella over the phone.
Yep.
I thought it was
it's kind
funny.
of funny that he's using that imp basically as if it's the handle for the phone.
It is funny.
Did anybody else notice that?
I noticed that. I was like,
I
what?
did,
That poor imp. I felt bad for him.
Yeah. So, in addition to that, hang on a minute. I got a fly just popped into the house. But,
great. Flies are flying into this session.
What? Oh, funny!
Funny joke we got here. We got a comedian.
Well, yeah,
Buzz,
that's Shadow trying to be funny.
I try. Sometimes I fail miserably, but it's good to get a zinger once in a while.
Well, I mean, at least as long as you can laugh at yourself.
I thought it was funny when Stolas spelled out the word B-I-T-C-H, and then his wife finally figured it out.
And
then
he's responding, how am I supposed to know you can spell? I've never seen you read.
That is just so funny.
It was hilarious.
It works.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and plus, I think Source is one of the best dads on this show that we've
seen.
seen.
Of course.
He's definitely one of the more interesting characters. Make no question about that.
And then
is certainly one of the more interesting characters in the show.
Did you happen to leave a window open?
Afterwards, it cuts to Blitzo getting his butt kicked
because he won.
Guys, remember, Blitz has said it himself. The O is silent.
Yes, Blitz.
Blitz gets his butt kicked by Luna
because they wanted to talk about Luna's behavior toward clients, and that didn't go well.
To be fair, like it's not an unreasonable thing, but we do get the impression that because Luna has had a very rough life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's
poor Luna.
Get it rough.
Shut up.
Enough with that joke. That joke has been already played in its hands.
That joke was old when it first came out.
Even older than the Made You Look joke.
Anyway.
Made you look. Sheesh.
Anyway, so we do get one thing that we know for an absolute fact. When the imp crew is actually paying attention to things, they're potentially dangerous. But when they're not, I mean, literally all she had to do, Octavia comes to the imp crew literally isn't paying attention, and Octavia just sneaks in, and all she does is just hide her beak under her hair. I mean, did anybody else just yeah, Luna's just looking at her like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, oops.
How did she even...
Just goes back to and then Luna just goes back to her phone.
They were pretty much oblivious. They didn't know what was going on.
Right, yeah.
Well, to be fair to them, they were trying to calm Luna down.
Yeah.
Well, something like that, yeah. Although,
jeez, I can't stop thinking about what Luna said to him. I am a people person.
Well, she is. She can be.
A people person.
It's only if she's in a good mood.
And if I'm so bad, how about you grow a pair and replace me?
And then Bliss is like, well, maybe I will. And you saw the actual response. It's like, wait, really?
Wow.
Now, again, remember some of what we saw later on in the episode. That had to just like, holy shit. Because it kind of like, oh, wow, did I actually press things too far?
Yeah,
that's what you call blind rage. It's what they call blind rage, pretty much.
Well, no, that's more like that's more like basically like her hitting a brick wall because she really didn't expect him to actually threaten to replace her as receptionist. Now, I don't think that Blitz would ever have, because like the thing is like when she said that, knowing what we know about her, and especially that we see later on in the episode, like she's probably thinking when she says replace me, I think she's thinking more like, get a different hellhound or something. He's only thinking about her, not being able to work as a receptionist. He says, okay, maybe I will. And she's like, holy shit. Because again, like she's lived with him basically 500 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
remember,
500.
More like 50.
Well, remember, no, because remember, she's 22. Every year is roughly 10 years by Earth, so she's around 220. She was adopted when she was 170.
Mm-hmm.
She was so adorable in that pound. She was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but and that whimper she did.
Oh, that just made my that made my heart sink.
You guys really
He
love
was-
freaking at the like
Well,
everything
she-
and anything that Luna always does.
Like I've said,
Yes.
I've said this repeatedly. I want to see more of her backstory. We got a little bit about when she got adopted in this episode, which was very, very interesting because that came out of nowhere.
Mhm. Yep.
But it does make me want to see more about what her life was like prior to her adoption. Because now, here's the thing. Now, in episode 3 of the series, which is technically, again, the 4th one overall, because, again, the pilot is episode 0.
Right.
She says she was almost 18. We had assumed when we were initially discussing this that she was about maybe half a year away from turning 18. No, she was literally a month away from turning 18 and being thrown out on the streets.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like something, because like we find that out in this episode that she was that close to just being tossed out on her ass.
In a month, the lady said.
Yeah, they literally said, yeah. That's why I said she was a month away from turning 18. Presumably, they would have either thrown her out, or there is potentially a darker possible turn that could have taken. Because remember, a lot of even in the real world, some potential pets do get euthanized if they can't find homes for them, which is really disturbing.
Yeah.
Now the funny thing is that here's something that a lot of people did. Anybody else notice that the person that Blitz was talking to was herself a hellhound?
Yes, that was
running
yeah.
That
That was a hellhound, definitely.
That was a hellhound.
Yes,
But
it was.
she was running a hellhound adoption center?
Wow.
Yep.
Very, very ironic, isn't it?
And,
Yeah.
did anybody else notice the atmosphere of that scene?
Yeah,
yeah, that was really depressing. Also, why does she sound like that guy from the Clear Eyes commercial?
No, she kind of sounds like that one the receptionist lady from
Ghostbusters,
Monster
what do you
Inc.
want?
What? No. No, the woman running the Hellhound Adoption Association. Have you ever seen those commercials for Clear Eyes with that guy who just talks in that droning monotone?
No.
No.
No, I don't. I've never seen a Clear Eyes
I was just making a joke. I did. I was just making a joke.
But you saw how Luna treated that little hellhound she was with in that cage. I felt bad for that little hellhound. He was just trying to lighten the mood.
With my brother.
I did. He was antagonizing her.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he was clearly starting shit with her. So
and she pretty much taught him a lesson by throwing him into the cage door.
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, I really want to see more about her backstory and figure out what more was going on with her, because this is really, really like crazy shit.
Like, it makes you wonder who was Luna's real parents before she was,
and how and what happened to them.
Exactly. There's so much. There's so many unanswered questions there.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, season 2, episode 3, when they release it, hopefully it'll bring us more backstory in Luna's.
That'll be interesting, but we're gonna have to wait and see if that's the case. Now, I do know, based on the animatic trailer that they released earlier this year, we've got a few things we're definitely going to get. We're getting another appearance by Stryker.
Okay.
So we know that's happening, and it looks like he's going to be facing off at some point with Eminem.
Yep.
Oxy and Millie. Yep.
That's Eminem. That's
No.
So yeah.
If that does happen, I'm a fanboy of this shit.
I'm gonna fanboy my mind out.
Well, again, it's like he's definitely got a vendetta now, I think, against the entire team, with the possible exception of Luna, because he doesn't really know that much about her. But I mean, when you get right down to it, I mean, Millie basically, started stabbing the crap out of him in episode 5, and then between Moxie and Blitz, I mean, they completely fucked up his kill on Stolas.
Yep. Sadly.
Yeah. Incidentally, let's not forget who took that hit out on Stolas.
Stella.
Yep. His wife.
Damn here.
Well, now
ex-wife now.
Yep, because now they're divorced.
Or at least, or at the very least, they are beginning the process. Yeah.
Okay, it sounded like me and Sear almost said the yep from King of the Hill.
Oh, shut up!
Well,
please don't. I hated that show.
You sounded like it, Sear. Don't deny it.
Personally, I didn't hear it that way, but whatever. Anywho.
It's depending on where Annie is and who she is,
Anyway, so we know that they're going through the process of the divorce.
Yep.
And it's kind of interesting because now we've got Stolas actually sniping back at her. Because you notice that it was generally implied, even season 2, episode 1, that he's just kind of been taking it for years because he wants to give Octavia some kind of a normal life. Now that they're actually getting the divorce, he is having none of her shit.
Exactly. He's not having any of it.
She's used to it. I really don't think Stella is used to it because she's so used to just basically running roughshod over him, and now he's fighting back. And she doesn't know how to handle it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Indeed.
So pretty much he lowered his defenses and he's now on full-out attack mode. Lowering your shields.
Also, Sear, why did you just quote Kai and Tai?
Kai and Tai?
The old wrestling tag team from WWF.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't around then, so I wouldn't know who they were.
I did?
Yeah, that whole Indeed bit. That's right out of their playbook.
Oh my god, I didn't even know.
Oh, whoa, now
that was before my time.
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe!
Great American heroes.
I love it when a plan comes together.
That's the
A-team.
Damn straight.
Guys. That was the A-team.
I know.
We were
Why
quoting
are you
G.I.
referencing
Joe.
the A-team with G.I. Joe, man?
I know. Maybe it could have been a good crossover.
Could have been, except for one problem. The A-team was done in live action. I would have loved to have seen them get a cartoon show. It seemed like everybody else did.
Oh, well, they should have. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yep.
And yet they decided, oh, hell no, we're going to keep it live action. No cartoon animated out of us. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, they had 5
topic.
extremely strong seasons, but yeah. So anyway, we get to where exactly Octavia was basically taken to by the grimoire. Like, am I the only one who's kind of laughing at? She tells the book, "Take me to the stars," and it drops her off in Los Angeles.
It is funny.
More specifically, Hollywood.
Oh, it gets worse. Think about who she landed on.
Oh no.
She landed on Brennan Ragers, the in-universe parody of Brandon Rogers.
Yeah. I didn't even notice
she's
that.
The entire reason, quite literally, she is the entire reason why Blitz got dragged off to a TV studio to be on a sitcom.
Yeah.
That is entirely her fault, and we all know it.
Well,
but it's still fucking hilarious.
Well, like Stella said, he hasn't really taught her how to use most of the spells in that book yet.
She hasn't even learned how to use the grimoire yet, by all accounts.
So pretty much when he said stars, that's why she landed Hollywood, California, LA.
Apparently so, yeah.
Or as you should say, Holly's world.
No, Holly's wood.
Hollywood. Fuck. Sorry, I'm tired. I didn't get that much sleep.
Again, Tails.
Get sleep already!
Dude, it's Jayse.
Some
Oh,
sleep.
Jayse,
I have
that's Ruby, Jayse, not Tails. We're not
No,
guilty
but
here.
I get the joke he's making because literally it seems like every time that Tails shows up in a video, he's always complaining that he's tired.
because on my side I have insomnia, and when I'm doing videos, I'm mostly staying up when I have responsibilities in the next day,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm too tired to do them, and I get yelled at.
Well, that's why we always try to find the right times for you so you can do the sessions.
Yeah.
Which they work out pretty well.
So,
but it might change during the summer, you know.
So we did get some interesting developments with we got a chance to see Stolas in his human form.
Oh man, that was a nice
that was
human
kind
form.
of interesting, I got to admit. And we also learned that he loses the upper set of eyes when he does that. And I thought it was kind of interesting. He just grabbed the pair of red tinted shades and just had them up on his forehead to kind of, make a reference to his other set of eyes. That's interesting.
Or mimic that, yeah.
That's what I said.
You said reference. You mean mimic.
Same basic thing. Anyway, so then we get the whole Brennan Ragers thing when Blitz comes out of that costume shop, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh shit.
My first thought is like, wait a minute. Where the hell was Eminem during all this? And then I remember, basically, Moxie just got scammed by every fucking street vendor in LA, it seems like.
Yeah, none of those vendors were famous. They were just bums on the street.
I mean, some of them may have actually put out real work.
Millie be mad.
Yeah, Millie got really pissed at him after that.
And I kind of I feel sorry for Moxie because he spent all that money and now all of his stuff is just sitting there in the middle of an alleyway.
Yeah, that's some random stranger can just take out that bag and just.
Yeah, it'll probably get picked up on trash day. Who are we kidding?
Yeah.
Yep.
Trash day.
March, mister.
Of course, the funny part is that we learned that at some point she had texted Blitz probably before their trip to LA, because I didn't get the date on when she sent this, but she did send Blitz a picture of a ball gag and basically go, "You think Moxie would be into this?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Wow.
Oh
no!
I saw that and I was like, "God damn it, Millie!"
And of course, my question would be: is Millie pure dom or does she sub sometimes?
I feel like she does both.
I think she is both, but like she rarely does being a submissive type.
She rarely does like submissive, but she's more dominant.
Because have you seen how Moxie reacts around her?
Yes.
Yeah. He pretty much sims for her.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, I mean they're probably both switches, but she's more dom than not, more than likely.
Yes.
So
yes,
in either case,
on a side note, we got to see Luna's human form again,
which is I think her third time that we've seen this. In fact,
I really enjoy that form. It's
it's definitely an interesting look. I'm surprised Octavia hadn't realized she was in the human world.
Yep.
And I think that, and part of that is just because the first couple of things she ran into looked like they were just people in costumes, so they could have been demons. As far as
she probably could have thought that, as
Yeah, she was in the human world the whole time, and she didn't even realize it.
Well, hey, someone said that they thought she was in a costume, so
that weird clown-looking character guy.
Right, and the clown-looking thing itself looked like a demon in a costume to her.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy had a sour attitude.
When the dude called Octavia a bitch, I legit wanted to punch that dude.
Oh, same here.
I mean, to be fair, I can understand his side of it. He doesn't know who she is, doesn't know how old she is, or the fact that she's technically, royalty, but royalty in a place where nobody wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because apparently that part of the California area is a hellhole.
Well, the funny thing, actually, Blitz kind of comments on that when they get to LA. He literally like, doesn't seem that much different from hell. He's not wrong.
He is not wrong about that.
He is not wrong on that front.
Is anyone else kind of laughing that when the portal opened, like Blitz just tosses Luna into LA on her butt?
Yeah,
what the hell, Blitz? Why'd you toss your daughter like that? Come on, man.
Made me want to slap Blitz, but hey, it was funny nonetheless.
Well, you gotta, I mean, to be fair, Blitz is her father, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we may all be simps for Luna here, but dude, we gotta at least get, we've at least gotta respect that she is his daughter, so.
Yeah, only on paper.
Luckily, she didn't land on her tail that much, because, I mean, she has a nice tail.
That's a big,
dude,
fluffy...
seriously.
What?
Am I weird?
Come on!
Come on, we all sent for Luna. Someone had to say
No,
it.
that's true, that's true.
But I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure you don't.
Hopefully one day.
You know what we're talking about.
Hopefully one day we'll all own a Luna plush one day.
Yeah, no, that's
I already got one.
No,
Demon.
I'm gonna probably own a different type of Luna plushie.
Well, there's
life's not going to kill you.
I've got to get around to. I've got to get around.
I'm gonna see if I can commission someone to give me a life-size Luna plushie.
No.
There's one on Etsy for $700.
I don't like small plushies.
There's one on.
That's why I have a giant teddy bear. I also have a giant seahorse.
Yeah, Ruby.
I literally have giant plushies.
Ruby.
What?
The problem is there's already a life-size one that can be made, but it's like $700.
So unless
worth it.
You pay $700 for a plushie.
Worth it?
What the?
Worth it. Not worth it.
If I were to spend that much, I'd be halfway broke.
Well, I wouldn't be able to say that because I am broke.
And the hell, where would you even put it in the house for how big it is?
I mean, she does stand about, like, I don't know, 7, 8 feet tall in the show.
No, she doesn't.
Wait. Oh, have you seen how she towers over Miss Mayberry? Sorry.
Not really. You got to remember, Mayberry is probably about 5 feet. So at most, Luna's probably close to 6.
But just imagine sitting
Here's
here.
the thing. From what I think, the most accurate height that Mayberry is like around 5'1" or 5'2".
Right, and again, we know that Luna is human sized because we've seen her in comparison to the agents of Dork. And they're around like 6'3", 6'4", so she's got to be around like 5'8", 5'9", maybe 5'11".
Just imagine sitting beside that big plush. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if she was like around 6'1".
In human form, no. In Hellhound form,
Hellhound, yeah.
But that's counting her ears.
We can all agree her ears are adorable.
Well, no, it's like, remember, like when her ears are straight up, they add like another 2 to 3 inches in height for her.
As long as no one tries to scratch behind her ears.
Oh my god, dude, what the fuck?
What?
Dude, nobody in the middle of a fight. Why would it? All right, in the middle of a fight, why the fuck would anyone be trying to scratch her behind the ears? What is wrong with you?
Well, I don't know. Maybe she has an itch she can't reach. I don't know.
In the middle of a fight. In the middle of a fight. What the hell?
Not in the middle of a fight.
If you do that, she will rip your arm off.
Yeah, she will
she
bite.
Would. Yeah, she would. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's definitely got a set of like basically iron trap jaws, and she knows how to use them.
Yeah. But yeah, if anyone does buy that big plush, have fun being partially broke. Yeah.
I mean, unless of course you're pulling down like 10 grand a week, in which case that's a drop in the bucket.
But the only one I'm going to buy is the shark thing. That's $25 on eBay with free shipping. Yeah, shark robot.
Yeah, shark robot is fine because that's only like $30 plus shipping, so you're looking at like $40.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
But on eBay when I buy it, I'm going to save like $15. So that's a deal on another end.
I'm just gonna wait till the plushies come back in stock and Shark Robot and go from there.
Whatever floats your boat.
I'm not in a boat.
He's making a pun, dude.
Yeah,
I know.
I was making a pun. You sound like Shadow when you do that. Who's tapping?
Which Shadow?
That was me just tapping out the last of the bacon bits from a jar I was eating from.
And you didn't even bother to share with us? Sheesh.
We're behind computer screens.
Yeah,
I was making a metaphorical joke. I meant if we were all in the same room, he could have at least shared.
Oh, please. She's got Pringles and you're not complaining about that.
Because I have Pringles. I could just get my own can.
Anyway, so next we get our second appearance. By the way, I love the fact that we got our second look at Stolas's true demon form. And it was done.
Yes.
It was, to be fair, it was done more for comedy this time, but I'm glad that they did reference it again. And it's just like, and then he just comes screaming through the doors like, "Blitz!"
Oh my god. That actually scared
Where's
me.
my daughter and my grimoire?
Well, not quite that, but like, yeah, it's like, now, to be fair, I've got to admit,
to call him up and say,
my big
"Hey,
question
Stolas."
was-
Oh, nothing much. Just
I've got to go
your
back
daughter
and
showed up.
I've got to go back and rewatch it because I'm very, very confused as to how Octavia was able to guess the combination to Blitz's safe was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, Blitz is
Wow.
not that
Wow, Blitz, you might want to update your code to something more.
Update the vault.
The note that had the safe code on it was on the desk.
Oh, was it really?
Who leaves the code on the desk?
Well,
I've got to
It
double
was
check that.
literally
Yeah,
right there on the desk in full view.
Oh my god, I didn't even see it.
Man, Blitz is not.
It was right underneath the
Blitz
lamp.
is not too bright.
Well, it depends
you have a
entirely on
visitor.
what's going on at the time.
Like we said, Luna.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, you have a visitor."
Oh Lord, when Luna said that, I laughed for 5
I mean,
minutes
To be
straight.
fair, it's like I kind
be
of get
fair,
why
we
she
all
was
did.
doing it. It's like after what just happened, she's like, "Yeah, fuck it. If he wants to be like that, I'm just not gonna let him know that somebody's in here sneaking around like they're pretending to be a goddamn ninja."
And no offense to Espio, who is a ninja.
Why are we worried about offending somebody who's not even here?
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
really.
I'm just trying to. I don't know. Just bring up.
I mean, like that's being worried about offending a Pokemon.
Especially when a Pokemon burnt Amy's dress. That was funny.
Oh yeah, that.
That was just funny because yes.
Well, it wasn't our fault that she wasn't paying attention.
And that Ponyta's had a bit of an attitude complex.
Ponyta!
Isn't that
My
what
ass, man, that was a fucking Rapidash!
Oh yeah, that was Rapidash.
Oh, okay.
Did you see how big it was?
Yeah, it was
Well,
pretty big.
remember, Amy's like 3'4".
For 3.
But she should really get insurance on fireproof dresses.
Or at least invest in a good HMO.
That too. Considering none of us have HMOs, I don't think.
So then we get a rather interesting bit of information. Stolas mentions once they get to LA that his powers are severely reduced on Earth without the book. So that's really kind of interesting. Now, that raises a lot of questions considering what happened in episode 6 of the series overall. Well, again, technically it would have been episode 7 counting the pilot, but you get what I mean. Yep. So he was able to effectively, quote unquote, summon himself to Earth, but this time he just force rips open a portal to Earth. And we never get a chance to see how he managed to do that. My personal belief on this is that because he was, quote unquote, summoned to Earth in Truth Seekers, he still has a temporary link to Earth and can get there right now, even though he doesn't have the book. That's the only way I can, because he basically did the same thing to get back to hell in that episode that he does to get to LA in this one. So that's the only thing I can think of, is that he still has a temporary connection to Earth, and you can just force a portal open without needing the book.
And I'm being called.
I mean, that's just a wild guess, though.
I'm gonna assume Jay's probably gonna get dinner, so that's usually around this time he usually gets dinner, so he'll probably be away for a while.
Wait, what's going on?
Jay's is being called, so I'm assuming he's gonna go eat dinner.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it'll just be the 3 or 4 of us.
4 of us?
4 of us till he gets back.
Yep.
Fine.
Yep. So we can still line up the mood with 4 out of 5 people. Anyway, you were saying, Wolf?
Yeah, so that makes me wonder exactly what the extent of his powers actually is when he's got the book, what he's really able to do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting in and of itself. And speaking of, this is honestly kind of a question, is like, why exactly did he not use a human disguise? Well, to be fair, I can almost see why he didn't use a human disguise in Truth Seekers. But the fact that he's got one, it's kind of interesting that we've been told that basically hellhounds are literally one rung below imps.
Yep.
On the social structure. But the irony is they may be more powerful simply because Luna has a human disguise and the imps don't. So that's kind of interesting. So, and we know that Vortex does as well, although we don't know if he had it by his own volition or if he was given it by Veroska and her crew. Now Blitz does ask Stolas, can you conjure up some disguises for us? And he's like, well, no, I can't, because while I'm on Earth without...
limited in the human world.
Oh, welcome back, Jayce.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Okay,
Please
dude, seriously.
do not reference that show again.
Too bad I did.
What show?
I'm not sure what he was referencing. I was going to say, stop with the Insecticon thing.
Really, you have no taste in music.
Kickbacks line.
I have good taste in music. I listen to it every day.
I remember you, Grimlock.
What?
Remember me?
We're not doing a Transformers section, dude. Let's save that for when we're talking about Transformers.
Well, no, he was giving Sear an idea of how the Insecticons talk.
I thought
they talk.
I thought they were comical.
That's how Kickback talked.
Not to say the Insecticons.
Not just him. Not just him. A couple of what is it? I think Shrapnel definitely does it now and then. Bombshell doesn't do it as often. But
I know him as Hardshell because I grew up with him, knowing him as Hardshell.
How old are you?
Like 22, almost 22.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you got the bad names. We got the good ones back in my day.
I mean, I'm only 4 years older than Jayce.
Yeah, Warwolf is double my age.
Dude, he's the oldest of the whole crew. Where you been?
Hey guys. It was nice being in this discussion stream with you, but I've got some real life responsibilities to take care of, and I don't think I'm gonna be back in time.
It's a Saturday. What responsibilities could you possibly have on a Saturday?
Like cleaning my apartment.
Do that tomorrow?
No.
Didn't know you lived in an apartment.
It's bad. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna say too much. It's bad. Also, I gotta take care of errands. I've gotta take care of a lot of shit.
Dude, if you gotta take care of shit, why are you actually in the living room when you should be in the bathroom?
You gotta be careful what you say around him.
I would have bonked you across the head with a, I don't know, wooden bat or some shit.
You would have tried, but you would have failed.
I'm surprised you didn't say Amy's hammer, since you do voice Amy.
You realize Amy's
hammer? I could hit you with my hammer.
You think I'm afraid of a toy?
The pink devil.
Not the pink man.
It's not exactly a toy.
Seriously. I actually did get a chance to look through the Sonic the Hedgehog Encyclopedia during Comic-Con.
Encyclopedia. Wow.
It's their version of the Sonic Encyclopedia. They call it the Encyclopedia. Yeah, no. Amy's hammer is literally just a toy.
What?
I'm not even joking.
A toy?
I'm not even joking.
Based off a Japanese kid's toy.
Yeah, it's literally just a toy.
And even though the toy gives Sonic extra jump in Sonic Generations.
Well, they're not exactly the heaviest people on Earth, or Mobius.
No, they literally like reach up to our. Well, compared to me, since I'm like 5'8.5".
Mm-hmm.
For me, they would reach up to my rib cage.
No, they wouldn't even reach up to your lower thighs. Because remember, like Sonic is flat out said he's 3'4".
3'4".
Yeah, he's a shorty.
He has actually said this in I think it's Sonic Sat-Am when Robotnik literally asked him like, "What are you up to?" and Sonic responds, "About 3'4". He actually did.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
He actually did that joke. So the thing is, like, I honestly think he's about the same size as the Imps in Helluva Boss. Because again, Luna cannot be much more than like around 5'5" to 5'11". Because the agents of Dorks are taller than she is, and Millie fits in a backpack on her.
Wow.
Maybe 6 feet exactly. I don't know.
Again, that's only if you count the years.
But yeah, I gotta go.
Hopefully, we'll see you for the next recording session, which should be on Monday.
And if you get a chance to come back, by all means, we're gonna be here for a while. So if we're still here and you want to come in, come back in.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll see if I can, if I'm not too kept up and busy. But yeah, thank you so much for having me here, guys.
Not a problem.
Everyone who's watching the stream, thank you so much for me being here, and see you all next time.
Yep. See you later, Ruby. Which she goes by Ruby Rose VA. It's her own YouTube channel. So if you haven't
enough with the plugging.
What?
So
whatever.
As I mentioned, the Imps, their height is very inconsistent in the show.
We can agree on that.
Because, I mean, like, if you look at the episode we just had, I mean, Moxie comes up to, like, and the guy was, like, pretty buffed out, too. Comes up to, like, his stomach? But then, like, we've seen Millie fit into a bag that Luna was literally carrying on her back. It was really weird.
Luna must have a very strong back.
Well, I mean, Luna's probably the physically most powerful of the four.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, like their heights are very inconsistent. Their weights are probably around the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess it's just whatever the plot demands. But either way, so getting back to the show itself, then we get our next major episode event where Blitz comes out with these giant novelty ears on his horn.
What was the point of those novelty ears? They look ridiculous.
I think it was to set up the joke that he was supposed to be mistaken for Brennan Ragers. Because again, if you look at Ragers, who again, like Octavia landed on when she came through the portal and ended up on Earth, and may or may not have killed him. At the very least, she knocked him out.
Yeah.
He's got very large ears. So Blitz was literally wearing a costume that kind of looked like he could pass for Brennan Ragers. So that I think was the whole point of the novelty ears.
I still think of Brendan Rogers when you say Brendan Ragers.
Well, Brendan Ragers is meant to be a parody of Brandon Rogers. He was kind of going, "Hey, I'm this big Hollywood star," and like, you're well known enough as a VA at the very least. That's voice actor for anybody who's not in the know.
Mm-hmm.
That you got this show, but you are not a major Hollywood. I don't think I've ever even heard the name of Brandon Rogers until Helluva Boss. I mean, had anybody else heard of him before this?
I've seen it.
I'm
heard of him.
His YouTube channel.
He's done some shows, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, because like honestly, I'll be honest, I'd never heard of the guy. I'd never heard of any of these people other than Richard Horvitz.
Was the voice of Invader Zim.
And the voice of Billy.
Again, Zim was not what I knew him for. Alpha 5 was.
From Mighty Morphin.
From Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He was the voice only. The body work was done by a woman that I have met actually at the local convention here.
Nice.
Man, you must have had a lot of exposure at that convention.
Well, no, I'm not talking about New York Comic Con. This is like a small one that happens up here twice a year.
Oh. I'm surprised Sear doesn't go to that since he is a New Yorker.
Well, I probably don't even know about it either because I don't really live in the city.
Oh, do you live in the suburbs?
Yes.
Oh, the suburbs.
I think you said what, Yonkers? No.
What?
You're a Brooklynite, aren't you?
I have cousins that are in Brooklyn.
Where are you living specifically?
I live in Long Island.
Okay, Long Island. That's still New York City, yeah.
Which New York City has a very good soccer team in New York City FC.
You want to talk about something New York really, really excels in? It's their goddamn pizza.
Oh, hell yeah. You can't argue with that about the pizza.
I know. I have cousins that actually have a great pizza place.
Nice.
Man, if I could move to New York or just go on for vacation 1 week there, I would try their pizza every day.
Oh yeah, like there's like
yes, definitely.
There are pizza
Go and
places
try the pizza
everywhere in the city. I will say this, and Sear, you probably know this as well as anybody else from the city. One of the best chains, and you can find them almost like the corner of like half a dozen blocks in any direction, right around like Times Square and shit. Two Bros.
Yes.
Those guys make some great pizza, and I would love to see the Imp Gang hit New York. Because I mean, at this point, they've hit LA, they've hit Florida. Like I said, they've hit LA, they've hit Florida. According to
Montana too.
Montana? Are you sure?
That would be like asking them to hit Ohio.
Either Montana or Colorado, because I don't know. Because the forest in the first.
This would be like asking them to hit Ohio.
First season.
Well, no, because again, like a lot of that might have just been comedic, like them just doing like toon travel, where like they go to a random spot. So it's a whole, because like if you're talking about that thing during Cherub, which was like episode 4, where they're going to all these random places, like they go from like a forest to a mall in the span of about like a minute. So that's definitely what you call toon travel. So we don't even know exactly where they were.
So apparently, Brendan Rogers is an American YouTuber.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know he's got a YouTube channel, but he was in the episode. They treat him like he's this big Hollywood star. So that's part of the joke.
And he was in like 2 well-known shows. One was Magic Funhouse and Blame the Hero.
Oh yeah, I've seen Magic Funhouse. It's on Verve.
Really?
I've never heard of either one, but I might have to look it up.
And if it's on Verve, I might want to check it out because I've never heard of it. So.
Yeah, I might have to watch that myself.
Yep, and we know the voice actress for Luna. We've heard of her before.
Erica Lindbeck, yeah.
Yes.
She's amazing. I love her voice acting.
I'll be honest. The first thing I've ever heard her in was nothing less than other than Helluva Boss. I mean, because that was the first thing I ever heard her in.
Mm-hmm.
But the first thing outside of it was Pacific Rim: The Black.
Oh yeah, she's voiced it. She's voiced the character in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she did.
She was the voice of the AI in the Jaeger.
And sadly, she was in Thundercats 4.
Oh God, she was in that monstrosity.
Yes.
As who?
In what?
I don't know. I'm about to look it up right now.
Thundercats.
Oh yeah, she is.
No. She was in Thundercats Roar. There's a difference.
Yeah, she was. And
Who she?
I feel bad that she was even in that.
Yeah, I don't know why they. I guess she needed the money. I don't know.
Wow, the disturbing thing is I've only got 8 years on Rogers.
Oh, she was Chitara in that show.
Oh God, really?
Oh yes, really.
Oh God, I feel so horribly bad for her that she had to be in that version of the show. Like this show was hated before we even got the first episode because the trailer was so goddamn bad.
Wow, look how many shows she's in. There's so many.
It's also been proven that they plagiarized a lot.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh, she was in She was in the 7 Deadly Sins. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, is she really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've actually I've got that on my watch list on fucking like Netflix.
Yeah, when you get time after this session, you need to look up Erica
I'm
Lindback.
actually looking her up now. I know that she was in Unlimited Blade Works. Because that I got there. So apparently I'm looking at the list now. She's listed as somebody named Jericho. So I really got to rewatch this.
Neon Genesis is a...
Oh, shit!
She was in Evangelion!
She's in IBO?
Yeah,
she's an
and
IBO,
also rip my eardrums because
Wow,
I'm
no,
wearing
it's like
headphones.
Because that means I've actually seen her in this and I didn't realize it because I wasn't. Wow.
Put my headphones down.
Oh, and
Sword
Erica
guy.
voiced, Jericho in 7 Deadly Sins.
I just mentioned that. Yeah, she's also Mordred, aka Saber of Red, in the Fate Apocrypha Netflix dub. So yeah.
Sailor
wow,
Moon
she's in
Eternal.
Sword Guy? Holy shit.
The Sword Guy? I've never seen that. I need to put that on my watch list.
Also voiced,
It's not great, but I mean, just for the fact that she's in it, you should probably
Pokemon
watch
Generation 2016.
She's in the. Oh wow, she's in the Viz Media dub for Sailor Moon Super S.
Oh yeah, she is.
Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015-2017.
Whoa, wait. Say that again. Oh my god, she was
in a
Windblade?
Transformers Robots in Disguise.
She was Windblade.
Holy shit!
Yeah, she was Windblade.
Oh my god.
I've got to go back and actually watch RID 2015 now because I didn't even know that. No, she's only in season 3. She's only in season 3. That's why.
That's
why I didn't know.
Precure.
I don't think anybody watched season 3.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, she wasn't just Cheetara in Roar, by the way. She was also Wily Kit. Go figure.
Wily Kit. Oh, Wily Kit is really
Kit.
adorable.
Wily
I said Kit. I said Kit.
It sounded like you said Wily Cat. That's the brother.
Yeah, and she also voiced Futaba Sakura in Persona.
Yes!
Holy shit!
Crap.
Yes!
She's Chilai in Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
nice.
She has been doing a lot of stuff.
And she's Mira in DC Superhero Girls.
Wow, she also reprises Chilai in Dragon Ball Super Superhero.
Wait a second.
Yep,
She's also in the Owl House. She voices a character in the Owl House. Wow. Did not know that.
She's also in Digimon Adventure.
She voiced Elora in Arcane.
She's also been in Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuna as they're just listed as Ayaka's girlfriend, so
Marvel Future Avengers, never seen that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta take a look into that, but I think that might be a Disney Plus thing.
Barbie in the Barbie movies?
Apparently.
Oh,
so.
not those movies! No, don't bring this up around me ever again.
What, the Dreamtopia or the Princess Adventures?
Oh, and,
whoa. Okay, that's the video game.
Oh
wow, holy
God.
Shit. She's the voice of the Black Cat in the Spider-Man video game that they put out for the PS4 and PS5.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
holy shit.
Which Spider-Man game? Which one?
She's also Roll in Mega Man 11.
Okay, I'm getting Mega Man 11. I'm buying it because I love the voice acting.
And she's Cassie Cage in Mortal Kombat 11.
That too.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's pretty good.
And from
Soul Calibur 4.
From 2019 till today, she's Blaze.
Almost now.
No, don't talk about Omochao.
What Omochao?
And she voiced
let's see.
Hunter in Fortnite.
Yeah, she's been I'm just looking up her video game stuff. This is all just Erica Lindbeck. This is all just Luna's voice actress.
Yep.
You know? She's also apparently going to be in something called, or maybe it's actually come out already, Exandria Unlimited, as someone named Morrigan Pierce.
Wow.
Okay, calm down, Jayse. Calm down.
Jayse, breathe.
She's also the Spider Demon in Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Wait, she was the Spider Demon?
Really?
Yeah, she was the Spider Demon in Demon Slayer.
She was I just started watching it.
Holy shit! I've actually got that on my damn list of things I've got to watch. I didn't know.
Well, having a watch
Wow,
party.
I've got to finish Demon Slayer. Actually, I didn't. Wow.
Wait a
Party on
second. She was also in Boruto, no, to Next Generation.
Don't talk about Boruto.
Boruto is a complete and utter dumpster fire.
Wow, she's not even. I don't even see that listed in here. Let me see.
Don't talk about.
It might just
And
be that
she also voiced
Wikipedia.
some characters in Yakuza.
English voice actor Wikia is what I'm looking at.
Ah. Yeah, so Wikipedia may be out of date then with some of this stuff. That's interesting.
Danganronpa 3, the
Oh,
end
no, I
of
see
Hope's
it.
Peak.
Oh, it's the video game. That's why. I see it. It's under the. It's listed under video game section. That's why.
Wait, she did a character in Hunter x Hunter? Wow.
Apparently so. Hunter Hunter is how you pronounce it. By
My
the way.
bad. Hunter.
Hunter.
No worries.
Hunter.
So she's also in FL.
Go.
She's also in Fooly Cooley Alternative, Twin Star Exorcists, Grand Blue Fantasy the animation,
Hells of Arise.
and there is the regular series as well. Yeah.
Sword
Persona
Art
5
Online
the
2.
animation, Blue Period, Skip Beat, Occult 9,
That's
Glitter Force, Doki Doki. I mean, she's in so much stuff. It's
Wow,
amazing.
so apparently she was
Marvel Ultimate
Jericho in
Alliance
7 Deadly
3
Sins.
as Captain Marvel and Psylocke.
Yep. So I mean, yeah, again, and again, folks, this is all just one actor, and she's had so many credits. What I want to know is, what kind of dirt does Vivian Madrano have on this woman that she's got her to play Luna?
Sear. She
But,
also.
that's like, I know that the truth is that probably she knows her somehow through like some kind of work that they've done. But my joke is, what kind of dirt does Vivian Madrano have on these to get them to show up in her stuff?
On a side note, she voiced a character in Lupin the Third, Gigan's Gravestone. She was Queen Malta.
Guys?
Yeah, what's up?
I gotta go.
Oh, you
Where are you going? What are you going?
I have to go out eat.
Oh, okay, then come back.
Are you coming back?
Are you coming back?
I'm hoping you can.
Okay. All right. Well, wait. Why don't you just bring it? Wait. When you say you're going to eat, are you going out or are you just going to get food?
Going out.
I was gonna say you might as well just bring the food back to your place and eat from there. But okay. Well, get your ass in gear and hopefully you'll be back.
She voiced a character in Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Anyways, I got.
She's also voiced characters in a lot of my favorite games.
Jayse, chill.
Deep breath,
I'm just a huge fan of Erica.
I know. Deep breaths.
So yeah, and again, this is all just Erica. This is all just Erica Limbick. Let's take a look at. I'm going to double check here because I want to see some of the other stuff that.
I'm still reading the video games. There's so many.
Yeah, it's like that's very crazy.
Final
so,
Fantasy 7, and
I named off a lot of these already. So yeah.
Oh, she voiced
now the
in
one that seems to have the least credits, at least that I can see, is Vivian Nixon, who voices Millie. She's got a very small, at least on Wikipedia anyway. She's been in a couple of films. And she's done a few things on TV, but not a hell of a lot by comparison.
What?
Apparently, she would. When it comes to movies, I only see it looks like 5 listings here. She was in 500 Days of Summer. She was in a movie called Lewis, a movie called Top 5, a movie called Bolden, one that I've seen on Netflix called Hubie Halloween, and the other Christmas on the Square. She's apparently been in an episode of Glee and an episode of Everybody Hates Chris.
Yep.
I've never heard of Smash, but apparently she was in that. She was in Boardwalk Empire, and good Lord, I hate the fact that she has to be associated with that show after what happened with Jussie Smollett.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then we've got a series called It Could Be Worse.
And
a series
Power.
which I've never heard of.
It's on Stars and Encore.
That would probably explain it. I've never actually looked at either one of those. Then there's
she's
Grey's
in
Anatomy and something called Station 19. Are these part of the same show? Because you got Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy, and she's listed under the exact same name.
Yeah, they do take place with each other. It's just that one's
they're in the same universe.
They're the same universe. It's just that one's a little newer. So.
Right. That's why I was saying, like, are they part of the same universe? And then obviously she's been doing Millie. Richard Horvitz, again, he's pretty well known.
Oh, he is.
Again, it's like because I mean, he's been in Babylon 5. He was Cats and Dog. He was in Cats and Dogs. Crazy Stupid Love, I should say. Apparently, he's done a lot of commercials as the green grapes in the Fruit of the Loom commercials.
Really?
That's what they're saying on
I never
Wikipedia.
noticed that.
Let's see. Head of the Class. Then he was in the series called I Know That Voice, which I guess is just talking about voice actors. Apparently, when they got the original series and stuff and everything, he was credited as Richard Wood. But yes, he was in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Power Rangers Zeo, Power Rangers Turbo, and of course Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
Wow.
He also had. Here's the funny thing: he's appeared in a few other Power Rangers stuff, but not as Alpha 5. For example, he's the voice of someone called Data Scammer in Power Rangers in Space. He was the voice of a character named Smogger in Lightspeed Rescue. He was the voice of something called Mantimobile in Power Rangers Time Force, and he was the voice of Alpha 7 in Power Rangers Wild Force. I didn't even know there was an Alpha 7.
Right. Oh yeah.
And of course, obviously, everybody knows about Invader Zim. I mean, I don't think anybody has to bring that up at this point because he was the voice of Zim himself.
Played in the Billy and Mandy movies as well.
Yes. Oh wow, he was the second voice of a character from VR Troopers. Holy shit!
And if I remember,
yep, he's also been Billy in the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Although I don't know if it's the full series, but
it was full series. He did the full series.
Yeah, he was definitely in the films though as well as both Billy and Harold.
Oh
alongside Greg Eagles, who did Grim Reaper.
Yeah,
Grim Eagles. He's a
there
great
we
guy.
go. Yes,
Greg Eagles.
He's been in a lot of stuff. I mean, his. I mean, this is just off of Wikipedia. Oh wow, he actually played the voice of the dog in Son of the Mask.
Oh my god, I never would have guessed.
Lord.
Well, that's only when the dog was wearing the mask. That's
right. I still
he voiced Alpha 5 in Turbo, a Power Rangers movie.
I just said that. Yeah, no, he would have been in that because he was already in. Well, he's been in so much stuff here. It's like,
man, I have so much I need to watch. I love his work.
Honestly, it's like some of this I have watched and I didn't realize that he was. Dude, seriously, you keep gasping, you're gonna blow out your lungs. Calm down.
Yeah, don't pass out. Sorry, neither of us are in the vicinity to give you CPR.
And again, this is all just a handful of actors, and you look at the range that they have, and it's just amazing. And then so here's the other one: is I want to look up Bryce Pinkham. This is the guy who was brought in to replace. I forget who was brought in to replace, but he was the guy who was the Stolas' second voice. So, oh wow, okay, this is interesting. So he's got even less credits than most of the other people, other than I think Vivian Nixon. So he was in The Good Wife, God in America, Person of Interest, which I've seen some of the episodes of that. The Comedian, The Get Down. Apparently, this is a Netflix series, which I've never heard of. Mercy Street, which sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it.
That was done into a song by Peter Gabriel.
See, another series called Almost Love. And then he was in a series called, well, not series, but these are movies. Then he was in a film called Julia. Then we get into his theater. Now, this is, I think, where they got him in from. So he's been in, these are all plays as far as I know. Bloody Andrew Jackson, Ghost the Musical. So it's basically a musical performance of the movie Ghost. A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, which sounds kind of hilarious. He was also nominated for a Tony Award, apparently, for this. So that's pretty impressive.
And a Drama Desk Award.
Yep. And the Outer Critics Award Circle for Outstanding Actor in a Musical. So let's see. He was in the Heidi Chronicles. Never heard of it. Again, nominated for a couple of awards for it. He was in Holiday Inn, Chess, Superhero. So I kind of want to see that. Too bad it's probably no longer playing. Benny and June, I've never heard of it, and The Great Society, where apparently he was tapped to play Robert F. Kennedy.
Yep.
So that's kind of interesting. So now one thing I will say is like anytime we hear Stolas sing, by the way, that is, as far as I know, that's Bryce Pinkham belting those songs out.
Wow.
Yep.
So
Very
yeah,
talented.
I think Horowitz is also a singer as well, I think.
Yeah, he tried to sing as Billy a couple times in Billy and Mandy.
He's also definitely done he's done like at least 2 songs that we know of at least already right now with Moxie. One was in Truth Seekers during the hallucination he had where Blitz was the Phantom, and then we heard it again in episode 2 of season 2. This was also the first time we've ever heard Millie directly sing outside of the music video and that one brief clip in episode 0. Of course, the funny thing is, now here's the thing a lot of people don't remember. Erica Lindbeck originally voiced Millie in the pilot.
And the funny thing is, she's only 30.
Which is, how is that funny? That's pretty impressive for a 30-year-old.
It is. I mean, I thought she was much older, but yeah, what do I know?
And then we got some of the guest voices here, and they're pretty impressive. You've got Mara Wilson, Jinx Monsoon, Maxwell Adams, Atoms, not Adams, and like Adams.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Maxwell Adams. He's the one that he's the one that created Billy and Mandy.
Here's the thing: Barrett Wilbert Weed has been credited as the younger voice for Octavia, but she may also be playing the adult voice as well. Because I've got to go back and double check this, but I believe she is the voice for both the younger Octavia and the teen Octavia. So I got to double check that. So she's been in a couple of things. She's been in Saturday Night Live, The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon. Of course, that's just her doing, guest work where she's just like a guest on the show. She was on a series called Crashing. She was on Blue Bloods. I've got to go back and rewatch that. And then Bridge and Tunnel. She's also. Has anybody here heard of Swipe Monster?
No.
Because apparently it's listed as an internet thing that she did. I don't know where to find it. So, but I'm not sure. It's listed as a miniseries, so I don't know where it's supposed to be. She's got a couple of theater credits. I've never heard of any of these, so I'm just going to read them off. Actually, no, I'll take that back. One of them I have heard of, and it's a play adaptation of a movie. So here's that. So
Evan Hansen.
I was actually thinking of Mean Girls, but so the films that she's not films, the plays she's been in. He just mentioned one of them, which is the Dear Evan Hansen thing. I've never heard of it. Lysistra. I'm gonna butcher this. Lysistrata Jones, Bear the Musical, Heathers the Musical, Found the Musical, as we already mentioned, Dear Evan Hansen, something called Waitress, something called Cabaret. Now, this is an older play that I think gets put back into production every couple of years, isn't it? I mean, I know I've heard of this
I think so.
prior to 2015. And then basically she did Mean Girls. Let's see. And then she has won a couple of awards, or at the very least nominations anyway. Let's see. So she was nominated for the Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Actress in a Musical for Heathers the Musical. She also was nominated for the Lucille Lortel? Hang on a minute. Lortel Award. Again, Outstanding Lead Actress in a Musical. That was, again, for Heathers the Musical. She won the Helen Hayes Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Musical for Cabaret. And then she won 3 awards from the Broadway.com Audience Awards for Mean Girls. Favorite Featured Actress in a Musical, Favorite Funny Performance, and Favorite Onstage Pair with Gray Henson. So, yeah, even though she doesn't have a lot of credits, she is definitely a fairly accomplished actress in and of herself. Alex Brightman, now a lot of people might think that name sounds familiar. If you do, it's because apparently he played Beetlejuice in the stage production of it. And he plays RoboFizz and Fizzarolli. So let's take a look at this because the next one we're going to bring up, I mean, she's going to have a lot of credits, but we'll get to her in a minute. So the stage so far, it looks like for the filmography, he's got a good amount. So let's take a look at this. So stage credits, Glory Days, Wicked. So that's the one that's the one that's based off of like the prequel of The Wizard of Oz, isn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. 35 millimeter, a musical exhibition, which is weird. Big Fish, Matilda the musical. Now isn't Matilda the movie that Mara Wilson was most famous for? She's the one who plays
Matilda
Major,
is where she's most famous.
Yeah, because that's where they brought in Mara Wilson from, was Matilda the movie.
And
School of Rock the play, which is interesting. He was in something called Assassins, as I already mentioned. He was in the Beetlejuice play, and holy shit! Apparently, there was they made a musical out of Goosebumps, Phantom of the Auditorium. That's interesting. So I think that's we don't have any information on the location, but yeah, that was 2021. He's been in 3 films so far, one of which is apparently a short film. In 2009, he was in a movie called Red Hook. In 2014, he was in a movie called The Forest Boys. And last year, he was in something called Here Today. Then we get into his TV credits. Most of these they've got Helluva Boss listed under here as a TV credit, but yeah, what are you going to do? So in 2009, he was in something called Important Things with Dimitri Martin. Did a couple of different characters, so he was in probably 1 or 2 episodes there. Something called Royal Pains, never heard of. He was in Impractical Jokers.
I've seen that little bits and pieces of that show. Not bad.
Yeah. Then you've got, what the hell is SMILF? Smilf? I'm assuming that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. I've never heard of it.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I know that MILF is mother I'd like to fuck, but I don't know. I don't know what SMILF is. I mean, is that like sadistic mother I'd like to fuck? I mean, I don't know what that is.
Also, on a side note, there is going to be a new Transformers movie coming out in June of 2020.
Rise of the Beasts. Yeah, we'll get to that eventually.
Yeah.
So let's see. He was also in The Good Fight documentary. Now, what the hell? I'm sorry. What? I can't be reading this right. I can't be reading this right. According to this, in 2020, he played Beetlejuice on an episode of Teen Titans Go.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh my god! What a wasted. That was wasted there.
That's bizarre.
That's sad. Why would you have a voice on that show? Like, the show's garbage. Teen Titans Go is garbage.
Well, I guess work is work, but yeah, it's like,
well,
does Warner Brothers own Beetlejuice?
Not that I know of.
That's weird, because that's like Teen Titans Go is like from their DC Comics entertainment arm, and that's owned by Warner Bros. I don't understand that. Okay.
Well, they did it for a Halloween special, apparently.
Maybe.
I watched it because I should know it was not.
So then we've got obviously Helluva Boss, which for some reason this is TV, even though it's YouTube.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, so it's Wikipedia. They're going to do things weird, like depending on which article you're even looking at the time.
Exactly.
So then you've got, the fact that in Helluva Boss he's got 2 roles, Robo Fizz and the actual Fizzarali, whom he's based on.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting note: Fizzarali is coming back this season. We know that from the season 2 animatic trailer. So we know we're getting at least one more episode where he's going to pop up. We don't know exactly what he's going to do, but we know he's going to pop up. He was apparently on Law and Order SVU weirdly enough, he's got like 2 credits under the same episode. So I'm not sure how that works, but okay. He was also in Blue Bloods, so that I think means he's not necessarily co-starred, but he's been on the same show as Octavia's voice actress. Let's see, Dead End, Paranormal Park. I've never heard of it. 2 different roles, and apparently they're both listed as. Wait, is this a cartoon? Because they're listing it as voice roles. Oh, apparently it is an animated series. Apparently it's on Netflix. I gotta look that up at some
Well,
point.
because I have Netflix, so I'll try to look that up.
Yeah,
too.
I've got it too. He's also in a show called The Blacklist, which was a one-off thing. So again, he's been nominated for a few awards. He hasn't won anything, but he's been nominated for the Fred and Adele Astaire Awards, the Outer Critics Circle Award, the Tony Award, the Drama League Award, the Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards, the Tony again. He was nominated for. This stuff I just read off is 2016. In 2019, he was nominated for a Tony, for the Drama League Award, and again the Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards. So he hasn't won anything yet, but it looks like these were all nominations for for 2 different plays. The first one in 2016 was School of Rock, and then in 2019 he was nominated for Beetlejuice. So that's kind of interesting. So next we're going to get on to, because I think we're going to see her again in the course of the series.
Christina V.
Christina V. I do think we're going to see her again as Verosika at some point. So let's bring up her filmography, because this is going to be a long one.
Yeah, so
And
I hope you guys
she's
brought
done a
your
lot of
popcorn.
anime. So again, this is going to be, I'm running this down here. She's been in Immortal Grand Prix. Some of these I can't pronounce, so I'm going to butcher these names. Hare and Gu.
That's fine.
Destiny of the Shrine Maiden. Rosen Maiden. I've got to watch it. I've heard of that one. I've never gotten a chance to sit down and watch it. She was in Tweeny Witches. She was in Ica R16 Virgin Mission. The Familiar. I've seen bits and pieces of this one. Magical Girl Lyrical Nanoha. I've heard of it, never seen it. Blade of the Immortal. K-On! Squid Girl. Holy shit! She's in Magica Magica.
Squid Girl. I've seen a little bit of.
No, dude. Puella Magi Magica Magica. I've seen this Japanese track only. She is actually one of the main characters, and that's pretty cool. Let's see, Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan, Demon Capital, Lagrange, The Flower of Rin. I actually think I have this on my Verve watch list.
Miraculous. Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Wow.
Excel World. That's not anime, dude. I'm running down her anime list right now. Excel World, B Demon Crossfire, Pokemon Origins, like you mentioned. Fate Zero. So she's been in a. We now have 2 characters whose actresses have been in one version of the Fate series or other. So that's kind of interesting. She's in. Oh wow, she's in Ikitosen, Great Guardians. Nice. I've got that on DVD. Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic.
Okay.
She's in Bleach, but I don't recognize the character. I might not have gotten that far in the series.
So, okay, that's a
Knights of Sidonia, Doraemon, Sushi Ninja, Blood Lad,
Sailor Mars.
Yup, she's in the Viz dub. In fact, I have the full first season on DVD at this point. I've had the first half of the first season for a while, and I picked up the second half at Comic-Con. So I actually got to sit down and rewatch that. She was in Kill la Kill, Durara × 2, which is probably the second season. Oh wow, she was in Wanna Be the Strongest in the World. Oh, wow, I've got that on DVD. Hyperdimension Neptunia, the animation. I might have that one actually. Got to double check. Blaze. Dude. Let me just run this down, and then we'll get to like anything you want to like gush about in a minute, okay?
Yeah.
So Blaze Blue Alter Memory, Aldnoah Zero, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, The 7 Deadly Sins, Sailor Moon Crystal, again reprising Sailor Mars, Love Live, Your Lie in April, Cyborg 009 versus Devilman, Ajin Demi-Human, Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, which I feel so sorry for her to have to be in that crap. Oh, wow, she was in Iron-Blooded Orphans as well. Nice. Tales of Zestiria the X, The Asterisk War, Danganronpa 3, The End of Hope's Peak High School. I'm gonna butcher this one again, but okay. Kuromukuro, Little Witch Academia, Occultic 9, IDO, Devilman Crybaby, Terraformars, Kakagurui, Lupin the Third Part 5, B, The Beginning, Bungo Stray Dogs, Children of the Whales, Sword Guy the Animation. So I think this is another one I think she's in with Erica Lindbeck, along with Iron-Blooded Orphans. Forest of Piano, Katsugeki / Token Ranbu, Saint Seiya the Lost Canvas, ReZero Starting Life in Another World, Last Hope, High Score Girl, Konosuba, The Promised Neverland. Oh wow, she's actually theoretically in both parts of that. That's cool. The Promised Neverland, Isekai Quartet. Oh wow, I didn't even know they brought darkness into that. Ingress the Animation, One Piece episode of Sabo, Ultramarine Magmel, Cannon Busters, Cells at Work, In/Spectre, Beastars, Dorohedoro, Monster Girl Doctor, Dragon's Dogma, High Rise Invasion, Vivi Fluorite Eyes Song, Pokemon Evolution, Girls Frontline, and Komi Can't Communicate. And that's just the anime. Now we got to get into the animation.
Oh,
all right?
Boy.
Now, you mentioned Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Then you got...
And she was also Yuko Tani in all 3 anime Godzilla films on Netflix.
Dude, don't jump ahead. That's the films. I'm doing the animation.
Jeez, Jake.
So, yeah, seriously. So, like I said, we did Miraculous. She was in Steven Universe, something called Treehouse Detectives, Victor and Valentino. She was Robin Hill in Ruby.
RWBY.
Yes. Yoo-Hoo to the Rescue, which is weird, but okay.
Yoo-hoo.
Zoophobia. So she was actually the singing voice for Kayla. Now, this is on Vivzy Pop's channel, by the way, the episode Bad Luck Jack. She's on it, and she's in this, but only as the singing voice, apparently.
Oh, right.
Young Donald Duck in the 2020 reboot of DuckTales.
Wow.
Obviously, she's Veronica Mayday in Hell of a Boss. She's also somebody called Chicken Nugget in a series called French Fry. Yes, the W's are in there, and that's deliberate. Now we're talking here we go with the films. Tekken Blood Vengeance, Digimon Adventure Tri, Sailor Moon R the movie, Viz Dub, Sailor Mars, Resident Evil Vendetta, Fairy Tail Dragon Cry, Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Feel Volume 1, Presage Flower. Presumably she's going to be in the other 2 when they come out over here. Liz and the Blue Bird, My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission, and Belle. And then we've got performances in direct-to-video and television films. Like I said, this is going to be a bit. Yeah, you brought this up. We'll get to that in a minute. And we're going in like chronological order here. So we got One Missed Call, Little Big Panda, Lego Friends Films. I'm going to butcher this one, I know it. Lala Loopsy Girls, Welcome to the LA Prep School.
You said it right.
You got it right. Yeah, you got it right.
Tiger and Bunny The Rising, Lupin the Third, Gigan's Gravestone, Love Live the School Idol Movie, Strike Witches the Movie, Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale, Blame, and then she was in the entire Netflix Godzilla trilogy, Planet of the Monsters, City on the Edge of Battle, and The Planet Eater. She was in Case Closed, The Fist of Blue Sapphire, a film called Bubble, and then Case Closed, The Scarlet Bullet, and then we get into her video game credits.
Oh boy!
So we've got Rune Factory Frontier, Blaze Blue series, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego on the Facebook app, Hyperdimension Neptunia series, which explains why she's in the anime adaptation of it. Dynasty Warrior series, League of Legends, Maple Story, Skullgirls.
I played 3 of those 4 games.
Yeah. Lauren the Amazon Princess, Armored Core Verdict Day, Demon Gaze, Drakengard 3, No Surge, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
Yay. Die.
Yep. That's fine. I've got Shantae half genie hero, so I love it. So, Final Fantasy Type Type 0 HD, Till Morning's Life, Vocaloid Pop, Runbow, Stella Glow, Xenoblade Chronicles X, L Sword, Cat Girl Without Salad, Amuse Boucher, Street Fighter 5, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shantae half genie hero again. Shantae and Risky Boots.
Yep.
She also does the performance of the song "Dance Through the Danger" that you see in that first stage in Half Genie Hero.
I love that song. That was really
catchy. that was a great song. Yeah. Tales of Berseria, Fire Emblem Heroes, Akiba's Beat, Friday the 13th, the game.
Wow.
Detective Pikachu.
Aww.
Paladins, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, Sushi Striker The Way of Sushido. That's hilarious. Octopath Traveler, Food Fantasy, Just Cause 4, Crackdown 3, Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon Everybody, Zonky 0, Rage 2, Judgment, River City Girls. I played River City Girls. That's pretty cool.
There's actually a sequel.
Yeah, it's a River City Ransom. Yeah. Shantae and the Seven Sirens, again, as Shantae Risky Boots, and a new character called Harmony. She also did the theme song performance for Shantae and the Seven Sirens, according to this.
She's talented.
Yeah. Indivisible, Concrete Genie, Conception Plus, Maidens of the 12 Stars, Vitamin Connection, One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Fallout 76 Wastelanders, Guardian Tales, Avengers, 13th Sentinels Aegis Rim, Oni Chanbara Origin, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4, Bugs Snacks, Genshin Impact, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, ReZero Starting Life in Another World, The Prophecy of the Throne, Akiba's Trip, Hellbound and Debriefed, The Addams Family, Mansion Mayhem, Lost Judgment, Tales of Luminaria, Cookie Run Kingdom, Triangle Strategy, Chocobo GP, Relayer, Phantom Breaker Omnia, Rune Factory 5, Evil Dead the Game, and this is still going. There's more credits for this girl. Now we got dubbing of foreign shows in English, which is apparently 2 shows only. One is called Violetta, the other one is called Marcel. I'm probably butchering that. And then list of voice performances and other projects. Kizu Monogatari and Nico Monogatari White. Oh, Lord. Now we've got live action television. Which is weird.
We're going to be your own night.
We could be. List of appearances in television and web series. The Adventures of the ASOS Brigade, Anime TV, Power Rangers Hyperforce. So she was actually this is actually a web series. I got to take a look at that later. Altered Spirits, Broken Spirits, and then of course we got appearances in other media. This is finally the end of this. IGN Pro League 4 Legends, a League of Legends tournament, IGN Pro League 5 League of Legends tournament, and Crunchyroll demos and promotions. That's all just one actress. And I'm gonna say this now. I'm fairly certain at this point, now that we know that Christina has done singing roles for Shantae, I'm going to go back at some point and I am going to look at the credits for Spring Broken and Ozzy's and see if she is in fact the performer who sings both of those songs by Verosika Mayday. Because I really want to see that, because that, and again, that's just one actress.
Imagine if Shantae gets its own animated series.
Oh God, I kind of want that now.
There is some
Yeah.
speculation. They're having talks about it, so there is some speculation that could happen.
Now, is that confirmed that they're having talks about that, or is that just a fan rumor?
Apparently a fan rumor, but it could be confirmed. I might need to research it, but there is
That'd
a chance.
be very interesting.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm like the list here goes on of different people. I don't think we should go through all of their fucking credits. We'll be here all goddamn night if we do.
Oh, by the way, I tagged you something in No Mic Chat.
Yeah.
River City Girls 2. It's an actual
Oh,
sequel.
nice!
Yeah, the actual sequel.
I thought you were talking about the sequel to... I thought you were talking about how River City Girls was the sequel to River City Ransom. I didn't realize there was a new one coming out.
Yeah, it's going to
just
be out on
joined in.
Xbox One, PS4, Steam, and Switch.
Hmm.
It looks good, too. Good graphics.
I mean, again, most of these people that they've gotten in to do guest voices, it's so friggin' amazing to see that, so...
And to bring stuff on track, we got to see a bit of a sisterly moment between Luna and Octavia.
We did, and I'm kind of hoping that this means we're going to see a little bit more of Octavia in the show at this point, because Stolas has been recurring throughout the entire series. We know that, she has the closest relationship with Stolas by comparison to Stella. Again, this seems to be by choice because Stella just doesn't seem to give a damn about being in her daughter's life.
Mm-hmm.
And now, here's the other thing. Like I said before, that I think that we're going to see season 2 in some ways mirror season 1.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
And that's going to be kind of interesting because that means theoretically season 3 might see a return of, not season 3, excuse me, season 2, episode 3 might, and I stress might, see a return engagement by Verosika. But considering we didn't see her in the trailer, that's not necessarily a guarantee. Although it could be that since she was hanging out at Ozzy's in episode 7 of the first season,
we have Mothie. We have Mothie in here, and Jayse just went to go get dinner, so it's just 3 of us now.
That's fine.
So hello, Mothie.
Hello.
Hey,
glad you could make it.
I'm just waiting for Butterfly.
Butterfly, oh my god. Oh.
Well, come on, Mothie, Butterfly.
Hey, at least I didn't know
Okay,
that.
so Werewolf. I would like to agree with your thing.
Werewolf.
Like you were stating.
It's Warwolf, not Werewolf.
Warwolf, whatever.
Sorry, I have like a werewolf.
I was agreeing with what you said.
That's fine.
But it's to be honest, episode 3, I feel like it'll be centered around Ozzy and Ozzy and Fizzarolli.
Fozzie.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because we do know that in the animatic trailer, we do see a couple of scenes with RoboFizz.
And also, I feel like it might be the backstory. It might give more backstory of Blitz and Fizzarolli.
I think we are going to see that simply because, again, we do see some scenes of them together, and we know that as kids, apparently they were big fans of Maman. So that's kind of an
that was
thing.
their teen era, the kid era. When they were kids, that's when they worked in the circus. In their teen, they became big fans of Maman.
They might have been big fans of Maman even while they were working in the circus, but we don't know that much yet. Yeah. But again, I think we're going to get more backstory for Blitz as the series goes on. But I definitely want to see more backstory for Luna because we've gotten so little of it.
Literally. And also I want to see like how Octavia grew up. I understand she grew up in a toxic household, but still I want to see like how those years affected her.
We don't know exactly how toxic their relationship was in the sense that, I mean, because remember, it wasn't until recently that, because remember, she thought as a kid that her parents didn't hate each other, so she probably was not exposed to a lot of what happened later on in her teenage years.
I feel like even if she didn't see it, there probably was a lot of toxicity in her household. Yeah, since like you notice how Stolas never really stood up for himself, until the what's it called? Season 2, episode 1.
Well, yeah, because like now it's like he doesn't care anymore. Because the whole thing is like he even flat out says it. The only reason he put up with Stella's bullshit was because he wanted to give Octavius something resembling a loving household. Because again, we see even as far back as the first season, Stella didn't really get involved in Octavia's life. Stolas did. That's why she is so close to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, that's going to be one of those questions that we might hopefully get an answer to, because as the series goes on, I think we're going to have to see more and more of these, characters' backstories.
Mm-hmm. But also, I feel like there might be a delay since like Has Been Hotel is coming out soon.
Well, considering that Has Been is, I think, done by a completely different
It's still
horse.
Yeah, it's the people who help with Helluva Boss too. They still work with them.
Right, but they seem to have been doing this side by side with them the entire time. So I don't think we're going to see much of any kind of a delay there. Simply because,
I guess so.
like, look at it this way. The only times we've had like particularly extended waits for episodes, with the exception of I think like episode 8, which was like stupidly long, of course, then we get like that whole copyright issue that supposedly
Okay, so this new episode, to be honest, the new episode, I loved it and all, but I feel like it was a little rushed.
In what way?
I don't know, just like a lot of random events happened during the episode a little.
I think a lot of the reason why they made it as random as they did was because they wanted to make this an episode that was a little bit more heavily focused on Octavia and Luna. Since, again, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, there's no question.
Yeah, I know, but like the whole episode would have been fine without NMM into it. Even though Millie did get to sing a song with Moxie,
Yeah, no,
I feel like without NMM, the episode would have still went well.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I will admit, like, that whole subplot probably could have just been eliminated altogether and nothing of value would have been lost.
Yeah, because like they didn't serve a purpose. They really didn't serve a purpose. They're either there as the lovable killing couple, or they're just there, or they're just there.
Yeah, like, I mean, to be fair, that's definitely the case. Give me a minute here. I got some more.
Season 1, they had a purpose, but now, like, leading on to season 2. And also, they ignored the whole problem of when they went to Ozzy. The whole problem in that episode.
I honestly think we're going to get some kind of an addressing of that issue either in a really upcoming future episode, possibly because, again, if you look at the trailer, we do see that thing where, like, you got like that newspapers like, hey, King of Lust, a hypocrite kind of thing. So I think that may come up then.
Yeah. But also, it's just like that episode. Well, the new episode just totally ignored the whole thing.
Well, no, because
so they can have their Stoblitz.
No, it's
whatever. How do you say the ship name?
Stolitz.
S-T-O-L-I-C. Stolitz moment. That's
like,
just they ignore the whole problem just to have those moments into the episode.
Well, see, here's the thing. There is some speculation that even though Madrano has claimed that episode 8 was just meant to be some kind of filler, that it may have addressed some of those concerns. So again, we got to wait and see if they keep their promise and actually have that end up being like an episode that's going to drop as a special, even though it was supposed to be part 2 of the season 1 finale. But whether or not they do that, I can sort of understand why they're just kind of not dealing with that right now, because it's like, holy shit, Octavia just snuck into the goddamn office, stole the grimoire and could be who knows fucking where.
Yeah.
So, like, at this point, like, they're not worried too much about that. They're freaking the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But, like, still, they still had those moments where they seem like, oh, they're a perfectly fine couple and stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah, but a couple of what? Yeah, I know. Bad joke.
Don't get it. I really don't get it.
You said like a perfect couple, and then I said a couple of what? Nobody knows. Like, never mind.
They still like acted neutral a lot, like how they usually act before the whole incident.
Plus, don't forget, we actually did get them snarking at each other. Actually, when they jump into LA, and they're kind of like they do rip each other a little bit, which is interesting.
I mean, only for like 2 seconds.
No, but the fact that Stolas even fired back was kind of a surprise, because Norma's like, see, I can sort of understand him doing it with Stella, because again, he hates Stella's guts.
He only did it because he finally doesn't have to deal with Stella's bullshit.
Right, because like the whole thing was like Octave was meant to be a precautionary heir. She's almost 18.
She is 18.
No, she's not. She's still 17 at the time of this episode, as far as we know.
No, because like if you remember, they said the thing wasn't take care of the. I don't know how they said it directly, but it was until she was 18, and she already is.
No, she's not.
She is.
Season 2, episode 1. The one thing that the Goetia family wanted from our marriage is already 17.
Oh, shit. I heard it wrong then.
Yeah.
I'm going practically deaf, so.
I was born with a partial hearing loss in both ears, so trust me, I know the feeling.
Yeah. One of my left ear is really bad, so.
But
that's why I'm usually that's why I'm usually not recording.
It's glad I'm fortunate that I wasn't born with that. I have perfect hearing in both ears, so lucky me. No, nothing bad against you two.
Good for you. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But in any case, so yeah, no, I mean, Octavia is still 17 at this point, so she hasn't had her 18th birthday yet.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we do know, again, is that she has a much closer relationship to Stolas than to...
Yeah, that's kind of like a little obvious.
Right, which is very obvious. And like, I was definitely happy to see Stolas just finally just give no fucks about Stella's shit. But again, I was very curious to see him actually snarking back at Blitz. Because
yeah.
I think that's the first time we've ever seen him do that. I mean, I'm gonna go back and double check that, but I think that's the first time he's ever like Blitz just mouths off.
Yeah.
Time, but I've never heard him fire back.
Yeah, it's usually just Stolas taking it in, or just like taking it as a dumb little flirt joke. And then, like, this episode, he's like, oh, you know what? Fuck you.
Yep.
And the sad part is, I think that may have actually helped their relationship a little.
Yeah. I feel like they should take a break, though. They should.
They might actually be. But...
Because, like, it would make sense, and also it'd be better for Stolas. Since he finally got a divorce with Stella, he can think clearly about things. He could take a moment for himself and think what he really wants in life.
Right. Yeah. Well, the other thing is, because we also know that in season 2, episode 1, he finally got the hint that Blitz, well, even in season 1, episode 7, he got the hint that Blitz thinks that Stolas sees him as just a sex toy, which is why he's never really been into, or at least never been willing to let on that he's actually emotionally interested.
He likes Stolas, but from previous relationships and also because like friendships, he's afraid to love. He's afraid to let other people into his life.
Yeah, and the kicker is, Verosika still has a thing for him.
Literally! Thank you! Finally! Somebody who says it! Thank you. She literally does.
Oh boy.
I mean, because literally, in episode 3 of the first season, when he falls out of the van, look at her reaction.
Literally.
She literally is like, "Oh shit!" You're like, "Oh shit, are you hurt?" kind of thing. She doesn't say it, but you can see it in the way she.
Yeah, or just pure shock that he was there.
Not even that. It's like when he falls out of the van window while he's screaming at her, she actually looks concerned for him when he falls out of the van.
Literally.
Yeah, and then there's the other thing, look at her right shoulder.
She still has the tattoo, but she can't. Tattoos are removable, but she just crosses it out with an X.
Yeah, and we don't know if that's a marker or what, but the fact that she just crossed it out instead of getting it removed is very telling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she clearly still has feelings for him, and he may have some regret for how things broke off. And we don't know why he broke it off the way he did in such a dramatic and extreme fashion.
I feel like it's because, he said, well, not like he said, it's really showing. He's afraid to love, he's afraid to let people in, and he doesn't want to get close to people too easily.
Well, no, I think it's he has a hard time with romantic relationships.
Not just romantic, but other relationships too.
I think mostly it's a romantic thing because,
in my theory, I feel like it's because of his mom and dad.
Yeah, we don't know much about her backstory either, but
well, not the mom, mostly the dad, because you see how much of an asshole and prick he is.
Oh yeah, he really is, but
I feel like Blitz was used to people. How do I say this?
Taking advantage of him.
Yes, and using his emotional things for him, and he grew up knowing that, and probably he thinks most people will do that to him, so he doesn't want to get too close to them, nor have this giant relationship with them.
Right, but there's
so he tries to keep a distance.
As much as he tries to keep a distance, he also still wants a
He
relationship.
still wants it, but he's afraid to.
Right. Well, again, it entirely depends on which relationship we're talking about, because, in Truth Seekers, which was episode 6 overall of the series, when he has that hallucination, we see Stolas, we see Fizzarali, we see Stryker, and we see Verosica, and those are supposed to represent some of his regrets regarding relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like you notice the one person we don't see in that? Luna.
Yeah.
Luna is the one thing he has never regretted being involved with in her life as her father.
Quite bitterly. And also because, episode 2, season 2, you see a bit backstory. I feel like when Blitz saw Luna and the way she was, it just reminded him of, it reminded him of him when he saw Luna, afraid, alone, has nobody with her.
Yeah,
I feel like that was the main reason he adopted her.
Yeah, we got somebody on the YouTube channel here saying the worst drug to crave is wanting to be loved. I could almost see the philosophy there, and yeah, it does make a point because, again,
and the new
Blitz
subscriber as
probably
well.
did not have the best childhood, so it's like.
Yeah, I feel like none of the characters have the best childhood. After all, it is hell.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Shadow, what were you saying?
I said we had a new subscriber, and that was one that
nice.
you read the comment.
Good
from.
job.
Ezra Boltung.
Mm-hmm.
What a name. Huh. But thanks for subscribing, by the way.
Yeah.
We're only 42 away from 1K. We're almost there. So I hope that way Silver will have to do his promise.
Definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. But yeah, no, again,
hopefully
even for hell,
the year's over.
Even for hell, some characters very clearly had it, to an extent, surprisingly easy. I mean, to look at Charlie. Like,
can I say this real quick? This is a little off topic, but I really do want to see Vortex backstory and how Veronica met him.
She probably just hired him off the street or something. Who knows?
Probably.
No, the thing is, all hellhounds, you see where they are? Like,
yeah, but
in season 2.
They age out at 18.
Yes, I know.
So, and again, that makes them roughly about 180 years old Earth time, at least in the show, because Madrano has stated that 1 year in hell can be equivalent to up to 10 years on Earth. So if we assume that it is 10 years, then yeah, this does get a little crazy.
Yep.
But the one thing that I will say about this, though, is we don't know how old Vortex is yet. But
I feel like, to be honest, I feel like if Vortex... Hellhounds have different body types, but that doesn't count on their age. So I feel like Vortex is around Luna's age.
He might be a couple of years older.
Yeah.
He might be, or he might not be.
Yeah, because we
like
know
he might be, because Luna is 18. He might be 19 or in his 20s.
No, Luna is 22.
Wait, she's
yeah.
This
wow. When
this was confirmed. This was confirmed on a live chat that they did.
Okay.
On a live stream Q&A. Luna is 22.
Okay, so he's probably like 23, 24, 25. Around those ages.
I would say mid to late 20s, yeah.
Yeah. But just like somewhere near Luna's age range.
Yeah. Although, again, it's hell. So the age thing, probably less of an issue in hell than it is up here.
Yeah.
But in any case, I don't know if we're going to get more Vortex. It'd be nice if we did.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
I really loved Vortex. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Vortex had a thing for Luna, apparently.
No, he didn't.
Vortex didn't have a thing for Luna.
Had a girlfriend.
Yeah, he already had a girl.
Yeah,
right, for that, my bad.
Yeah. I can see that Luna falls in love easily, to be honest.
I think in this case, she's infatuated easily.
Well, the fact that she hasn't been
I wouldn't call that direct love.
Because, like, if you've seen the other trailer, she was just, like, slightly blushing and her tail was wagging to another hellhound she just met. To another hellhound she just met.
Again,
when she does that, she looks so adorable.
She gets infatuated easy. That's not the same as falling in love.
Yeah, I guess you could say she catches crushes easily, I guess. I don't know.
I just said that.
Whenever she makes those
little
faces with her, they're just so adorably irresistible. Like, really cute.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, I mean, at this point, you got to remember, look at what she had to deal with. We don't know much about her childhood at all.
No, we do not.
Yeah.
She very nearly ended up getting thrown out on the streets, you know, and potentially probably would have ended up dead if Blitz hadn't adopted her.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes, sadly, that's true.
And we do know that she does appreciate having been adopted. She just doesn't like showing it. She is very much when it comes to her relationship with Blitz, where it's parent and child. She's effectively a tsundere in that regard, in that, you know, she does appreciate having been taken in, being given a home, being given a family. She just doesn't like to show it, partly because Blitz is a little over the top with his affection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also because, like, she spent almost her whole life in the...
We don't know exactly how long she spent in the orphanage. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like probably she was at least a very young age when she went there. Because you can see children in the... You can see the children in the Hellhound adoption.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No question about that. But again...
no doubt, they probably have hell pups in there. No doubt. Like, really young babies, no doubt.
The funny thing is, I mean, look at who's running the damn adoption agency. It's another hellhound.
Yep. Another hellhound running it, which isn't bad.
I mean, when you get right down to it, there's so much about her we don't know. We know more about almost everybody else except for her.
Nice one, Warwolf.
Hey, I was just munching on some popcorn.
That's the part where someone said a popcorn movie.
Funny. But yeah, no, I mean, again, we don't know much about her life. We don't know.
We know more about like the main cast and a little bit about Octavia. We're gonna see Andrelephis soon.
I'm thinking we are as well, because they wouldn't have given us a shot of him unless he was.
And also because they gave us a little teaser of his animation. I feel like he's gonna show up in like episode 4 or 5. 3 probably not.
Well, we've also seen we've also gotten a hint about that as well. Season 2, episode 1. Stella brings him up.
Yes. No, not Stella. She said her
Stella.
Yeah, Stella and Stolas.
Yeah, well, Stella brings him up first, and then Stella's like, I don't give a damn what your brother thinks.
Yeah.
So.
And then, like, again, I don't feel like Andrelephis would fit episode 3. More like episode 4 or 3. Episode 4 or 5. But then again, Striker.
Right, and we don't know exactly what his whole take in this whole thing's gonna be yet. Because
I just want to know what he sounds like.
Well, the funny thing is, like, because in addition to the very, very rough animation we got of him, we did get a full design for him. And we find out that he's a peacock. And
yeah, Stella is also a peacock.
I've heard her referred to as a swan, actually.
Well, I feel like she might be like a peacock, because peacocks do have different colors, right?
Yes, but that's usually just with the peacocks. Peahens are the different, because I think the overall name for them is peafowl, but then you got peacocks is the males and peahens is the females.
Right.
And the peacocks are the ones that are supposed to have the big, bright, colorful displays, not the peahen.
Yeah, because the males are always attracted to females.
And also she might be a swan because, like, Goetia. Well, she's not a no, and Andrelephis is a Goetia, so that makes Stella a Goetia too.
Yeah, well, I mean, because they're an extended family. I mean, they're like several different.
Yeah, a bunch of Goetias.
So yeah, I mean, like,
I don't remember if Andrelephis is under Stolas or above him.
He is. He's a rank below. He's a marquis.
Yeah. Okay. So, then why would Stella threaten Stolas with it?
Because potentially, Andrelephis might want to take Stolas's position as a prince in the Ars Goetia. Because you got to remember, even in the real world, among royals, like backstabbing and treachery and trying to take somebody's place,
definitely
line of ascendance.
Because, like, if you take down one higher one, you can become higher than them.
Yeah.
Andrelephis would most likely do that. But at the same time, I feel like Andrelephis might help out or just become another villain.
Well, again, we don't know much about it. We know that he doesn't get along with Stolas, but that apparently he does have a relatively decent relationship with Stella. Now, that's interesting.
Because they're siblings.
Yeah, but again, you kind of get that feeling that there could have always been that sibling rivalry thing. But here's the other thing, though. In addition to being a peacock, am I the only one who got vibes based off of Elsa from Frozen, or is it just me?
I don't.
You know how Stolas can make people into stone with his eyes? I feel like Andrelephis might be able to do that, but with ice.
Right, because again, like I was getting that whole Frozen vibe off of him. Yeah, I think that's what he's inspired by.
Well, no one's judging here, so it's all good.
Most likely, yeah. And also, you know how Paimon said that each Goetia has like their own grimoire and own power. Right. I feel like Andrelephis might be Since Stolas is one to like the stars, and Jellyfish might be the one for like snow and stuff like that, the cold.
But Andralphus is also meant to discover and study prophecies, just like Stolas. So there are similar roles within the Ars Goetia, even if they have different power sets. So Stella, I think, wants to get rid of Stolas, either to forcibly install Octavia and then try to manipulate her from behind the scenes, or she just is like, fuck it, I'll just let my brother become the new prince, take up the rank.
Yeah, but at the same time, even if Stolas does go down, Octavia will go up.
Right.
But if Andralphus or Stella manages to like bring down Octavia, because Stella is like
Stella's a bitch.
Just to get Stolas killed, she would do anything to get him killed, even if it means to harm Octavia in the process.
Yeah, she doesn't care. That's the whole thing. It's like she literally basically took out a hit on her husband, knowing that he has a very close relationship with their daughter. She couldn't.
And also because like
she couldn't
in the episode, the Moon Harvest, no,
episode 2 for Lululand, we know that she couldn't even be asked to get out of bed when her daughter was having a nightmare. She sent Solus over to comfort Octavia, which seemed to have been a regular thing.
Yeah, because usually dads usually go check on their girls.
Yeah, and also like in the Moon Harvest episode, you can just see Stella literally telling Stryker to take him out right in front of him.
Yeah, he doesn't even realize that she's talking to the assassin, but she probably is making it like that look is probably just like, Stella's, wait, what the fuck you doing?
Because you can see his face.
And don't forget, Octavia's right there with her head in a fucking set of headphones. She didn't hear a word of this.
It's kind of like me. I was listening to my headphones a lot.
I feel like they might let her listen to music so she doesn't have to hear the arguments and things that are going around.
I'm kind of the same way. I kind of do that too.
Yeah, so basically, I really do have high hopes because these episodes are coming out longer.
Yeah, they are longer episodes. So like by comparison.
Oh god, I don't remember how many seasons Visby Pop is like deciding to do. I believe she was going for 4 seasons.
For Helluva Boss, we don't know. For Has Been, she said she wants at least 3.
Yeah. And she's trying like to finish 1 season at first, then another season.
Probably. So again,
I want to know. So if there's like, since there was like 8 episodes for Helluva Boss, I feel like there might be like up to 9 to 12 episodes per season for Has Been Hotel.
It was technically originally supposed to be 9 for the first season of Boss because you had the pilot and then the 8 episodes proper. But again, whatever the hell copyright issue is delaying episode 8 of season 1 basically meant that we spent half a year waiting, and then they were just like, fuck it, we're just going to jump to season 2 while we try to handle that issue.
Hopefully they get that solved.
Copyright. I remember when she took out, because I was looking down in her channel, like the day they announced the copyright, and I was like, oh, that old video that I used to watch, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, Die Young. A lot of people.
Yeah, the Die Young one.
So the speculation is that one of 2 things potentially happened. Either either they were going to do that entire sequence or have that sequence put into episode 8, and they ran afoul of copyright even though it was a cover, or that there was something going on with the character, that blue wolf girl. Because even though Madrano is supposed to have bought the rights to that character, there may have been something else going on that was potentially an issue. So there's that. Now, the other thing I've heard
or just like the copyright caught up to that song.
It gets even weirder. the other theory I've heard is that they were going to have a character from Has-Been pop up in episode 8. That was the other theory that people were saying might have been the copyright issue at hand, even though nothing was confirmed either way.
Mm-hmm.
But also, because, like, you could see in episode 7 that Angel Dust did show up. So I feel like that was the copyright.
No, that was a poster with a silhouette. So it wasn't him directly.
It was him.
No, it wasn't. It was him. Dude, trust me on this. It was a silhouette with the word Angel Dust on it. It was not him directly. Trust me on this.
Even if it says the word, it's still directing it.
Well, no, because Angel...
It's a poster.
It's a poster, and it didn't show Angel directly.
But still.
The fact... No, because if that were the case, they would never have been able to show episode 7. So it wouldn't have been that. Although, again, we don't know exactly what's going on with episode 8. They are saying we're supposed to get that at some point in the near future as a special episode. But until that happens, I'm just going to call that the lost episode of Helluva Boss.
Yeah.
So, either way, the thing that annoyed me about missing out on that is that it looked like it was supposed to be a Luna-heavy episode.
Yeah, it really did.
So...
And also because, like, I feel like we could have got more background information about... Yeah.
Again, it entirely depends on whether or not we ever get...
And also because you see, like, Stolas, like, drunk out. And you see Stella is back home.
But that's in season 2, episode 1.
Yes.
So, as far as we know, episode 8 would have taken place either the same night or early the next morning. So it's very possible Stolas might have just drunk himself so hard that he didn't get up until the following night.
That could be a possibility.
Because we do know it was nighttime when he has that big musical number and then confronts Stella. So
yeah. I really love that song though.
Yeah. So either episode 8 takes place the next day and episode 1 of season 2 was meant to go back and show us what was going on with Stolas that night, or I should say later on that night. Again, at this point, we don't know. We do know there have been time skips in the show, but they've never told us exactly when and how those time skips have worked.
Yeah, but also, you know how Blitz at the end of the episode of 7, he was just crying after looking at a photo? I feel like episode 8 might go more into depth about that photo.
I think episode 8 was him going to the Hound Party to pick up Luna. Because remember, right at the end of episode 7, he gets home and he sees a note taped to Luna's door saying, "Tex invited me to a party. Don't wait up."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think episode 8 would have been the next day. The party's still going on, and Blitz just going to pick her up, and she convinces him to hang out for a little more, and whatever events would have happened would have then happened.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, we have no clue.
Yeah.
So until
we can't put out our theories out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can theorize until the cows come home.
And also, you see, like, towards, like, I believe it was a teaser that Luna just knocks out a hellhound after flirting with Blitz.
Yeah, we don't know if that's legit or not, but it looked like it probably was. So
it was.
It was. All I know is I'm waiting for them to finally drop that episode. It would be nice if they gave it to us for Halloween as a surprise, but I'm not.
I feel like it might come out like during December or next.
Well, here's the thing. If they hold true to form, because like aside from the longer waits we had on, I think it's episode 6, because they had multiple different art house animation studios working on that. And then obviously that absurd level that we had to wait for episode 8 before they just said, fuck it, we're giving you season 2. Their normal turnaround per episode is between 2.5 to 3 months. So if they hold true to that, my guess is we're getting episode 3 sometime in the beginning of 2023.
Yeah, most likely.
So yeah, we're definitely not getting that in December unless they do decide to just drop that special that day.
Unless they're like working overtime and doing like more hours into it, probably.
Could be, because at this point we don't know what if anything has to change in order for them to be able to air that episode. Whether that means going back and completely redoing an entire scene or parts of the episode or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know what held it up in terms of content.
Yeah.
So
until they are able to figure out that solution, they won't be able to release it. Unless they have to like remake a song or remake a scene.
Well, in that case, it's just a matter of just reanimating the vocals to match the lip flaps.
Yeah, that does take a long time. As an animator myself, I can confirm that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a writer, so.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, so the other thing that I loved was that we did get a chance to see some of Octavia's quote-unquote Sinstagram, which of course is their take on Instagram. And I loved how, like, if you freeze frame some of these, you do see some interesting posts from her. So, and like, I gotta give Luna credit. That was actually very smart to use her Instagram posts to track her down.
Yeah.
So, although I gotta ask the same question she did. What the hell is Holly's Wood? They're in LA, for fuck's sake.
You know, Hollywood.
Yeah, no,
you can't. They can't copyright. You know.
Yeah, no, I mean that's like a public structure. It's like you can't copyright the image of that. It makes no sense. You can't even trademark.
Yeah.
It. Mm-hmm.
They had to come out with something like Instagram, and they have Netflix.
I thought that was funny to play on
Voxflix,
that.
YouTube, VoxTube.
Right. No, the idea is that Vox is working with Velvet to effectively allow them both to dominate social media, since it's just an outcropping of television.
Yeah, and also because like if you look at one of Blitz's posts on Instagram, he's drawn Valentino. Not Valentino, Vox, and Velvet. He's drawn them before. I know this because I have Instagram and I follow their accounts.
I don't use Instagram.
As well, but the only one I think I follow is Luna.
I have Luna, Blitz,
technically,
Octavia, Millie, Moxie, and Stolas.
Wait. Have they unlocked Octavia's? Because for a while they locked her Instagram entirely, because the person who was posting for her got very uncomfortable with the way people were treating the character, because they didn't realize she was underage.
She deleted all the posts. I still follow her though.
Yeah, because it was what, Goth Chick 17. So yeah.
Goth Chick 17.
Goth Chick. GOTHCHK 17.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a unique username.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think, like, Luna's is Moonlight Howling 666.
And Stolas is
Daddy Hoot Hoot.
Yeah, Daddy Hoot Hoot. And then you got Blitzeroni.
Blitzer Rodeo, yep.
Oh my god.
Moxie, simply Moxie.
And then I forget what Millie's is, so.
Yeah, I do too.
These are downright hilarious.
She only posted on there like twice, right?
Who, Millie? I don't know. Like, I've seen some of Blitz's.
Let me check real quick. I feel like she's posted at least like 3 to 4 times.
Yeah, the only thing I know is that they did an event on Instagram where Blitz briefly got kidnapped. We don't know by who or why.
Yeah, I was like there when they posted them. I was like, ah, shit, is he okay?
No, it's funny.
But remember, these accounts aren't accurate to stuff.
Right, no, they're not considered 100% canon, although sometimes they will do stuff that is referenced or that is referential to the show. For example, like there's one thing that Blitz put up about having bought electric eels, and then
I remember that line where
and then in episode
in the
1,
office.
Yeah, and then you got the grimoire.
Right, yeah.
And you also have like, hold up, let me find that one.
And the thing with Blitz in his Instagram, he mentions buying electric eels, and then literally in episode 1, they get basically like knocked out of the eel tank and they start a fire.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah,
when
he
Blitz
posted
said,
a lot
"Damn
about
it,
his
Mopsy, I
horses."
just bought those eels.
And
right, and then the recent thing I think they did with,
and then you got like this reference to, hold up, where is it?
With the daddy,
right there, I found it. I found the post that I was talking about.
Okay, so the daddy
for Val, he called him Rat Guy, Vox ate a burger, and Velvet Nails.
That's cute. But what I was going to say is that in one of the Daddy Hoot Hoot Instagram posts, we do know that Stolas is, they have a picture of Stolas teaching Octavia how to use the grimoire. That was apparently meant in reference to episode 2 of season 2.
But she clearly didn't know how to use it.
Right, because that's the whole idea of like him now starting to teach her how to use the book.
Yeah,
well, I don't feel like she was teaching her, more like reading it off to her and showing her what he does. Because he has to assign her her own thing.
Well, no, because again, remember, Luna knows how to use the book.
Yes.
So, presumably Stolas, because we know in the pilot that the gang is effectively helping him with stuff on Earth because he basically calls Blitz to set up a hit on somebody who's trying to convince people that global warming exists. So presumably, Blitz was able to figure out or was taught how to utilize the grimoire, and then Luna was given the ability, presumably through training, to learn how to use it. So, I mean,
okay, werewolf.
Werewolf.
Yes, Smarthy.
I'm just saying, because like, listen, because Paimon has his own thing, but then Stolas had something else he had to learn about. I'm just saying, probably Octavia has something else from the stars to learn about.
Right, but here's the thing. Stolas already had an interest in guarding. That was all him. This was explained in season 2, episode 1. He already had a lot of interests in academics. He was then given the grimoire and told that his purpose was to study the stars and prophecies of the mortal world. We don't know yet what, if anything, Octavia would have to do other than the same thing that Stolas was told he would have to do in the event that Stolas were killed. Remember, she's a precautionary heir to keep the line going. Presumably, if Stolas were killed or died or whatever, she would then take up his duties. Any other interests she has are completely her own. The same is also true for Stolas.
Trying to make sure, Wolf, you don't turn into an actual werewolf. Too late.
Too late.
Because it is almost Halloween. So.
I'm not gonna remember your name. Just know that.
Just remember, Warwolf. It's not that hard.
Well, for me it is.
Basically, think of war and wolves.
I don't know. It just is difficult for me.
Unless you have wolves at war, then I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, I just don't remember. Okay, I pronounce things weirdly.
That's okay.
Yeah, we don't judge here.
Ice water to beat it back into you.
speaking of fly swatter, did you finally swat that fly?
I think I got one of them, but I think they're ladybugs actually.
Oh, well, ladybugs are harmless.
Yeah, sure, except you don't want them flying around your goddamn apartment.
It's that time of the year for 'em.
True.
Yeah, it's that time of the year.
Anyway,
And-
so at this point, we have learned a couple. One thing I was kind of surprised at: Luna has no idea what fireworks are. I don't think she's ever seen them.
Oh yeah. Because
And Octavia too.
Octavia thought those were stars.
No, she didn't. She's not that stupid.
Oh.
But
no, because you see, she said, "Wow, look at that one."
Yeah, but like I think she understands what fireworks are because again, we've seen that's the part that kind of confuses me. Is like we don't know exactly how many people in hell have ever seen fireworks. Presumably,
because even Blitz looked amazed when he saw the fireworks.
Well, no, that's probably he was just appreciating it. But yeah, I mean, like, because he is older. He's about 360 years old, give or take.
Didn't he say my acting career when he looked at the fireworks?
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. That was funny. Like, oh no, my acting career.
No,
my acting career.
But yeah, no, Luna, I don't think has ever seen fireworks.
If I had the chance,
like,
I would take Luna to a fireworks show every year.
Because, like, Octavia seems to know what they are and understand what they are. Stolas is the same way. Now, bear in mind, in the pilot of Has Been, Charlie does fire off what seems to be a single firework burst, but I think that's just to signal that the extermination is done for that year. But consider this. Most of the different Hellborn have probably never. That's literally native species to Hell.
Right.
Yes.
Have never been to Earth and thus wouldn't understand what fireworks are unless they've been to Earth. And some of them do go to Earth. We know that Verosica does. So if Luna, again, depending on how long she's been living in that adoption facility, we don't know exactly what her life was like. We don't know what she's been exposed to. But the fact that she has no idea what the hell fireworks are leads me to believe that even if she did have like living parents at one point, that she probably was never anywhere near the Pride Ring. Because it's the only place that we know of where they go off. And if she's like a lot of the Hellborn, they probably all just go hiding in their bunkers or wherever the hell they go to avoid the exterminators every year. Right? So when the exorcists come down, they all go into hiding. Luna's probably never seen this before. All right? Meanwhile, Stolas and Octavia are part of the royal peerage of hell. They've probably seen this at some point in some kind of celebration or something in different parts of hell. So this is why she doesn't really have that same reaction that Luna does. She's just enjoying it for what it is, and so is Stolas. You know, I mean, Blitz, I think, actually does know what fireworks are.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have the same reaction that she does, so he seems like he's a little bit more jaded to it. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there were fireworks in some of the acts in the circus when he was a kid. So he understands what they are. He knows what they are. Luna was the one who reacted with, what the fuck is that? And it's like, the only thing I can think of is she's the only one out of the four of them. I don't know if M&M have seen it because I don't think they were paying attention either. They may have also not been in the area that they could have actually seen.
They were still trying to stop Moxie from spending all his money.
Right, of course, by that point they were off in an alley anyway. But yeah, no, it's like, so depending on where they were in town, they probably wouldn't have even seen or heard it, or if they did, they were probably just ignoring it.
But hopefully,
I mean, how many goddamn for fuck's sake, like Octavia literally walks through a crime scene.
Sheesh.
And the cops just scared her. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, you walk through a crime scene and like, okay.
Yeah, it literally goes right through the police tape.
Sheesh. I mean,
So
sure,
it's like-
Octavia's never been in LA, so I guess she wouldn't really know her surroundings.
Well, she wasn't exactly paying attention to surroundings. So
No,
yeah,
I think she was mostly looking at her phone or whatever, the book or something.
Actually, she had her head basically buried in her cap.
Oh yeah, she
was just trying not to catch anybody's eye. So yeah, no, again, like at the end of the episode, I was really surprised to see Luna react that way. It's like she's never seen fireworks. This is like she's 22 and she's never seen something just about everybody's ever in the United States has seen, even if they've only seen it on TV. Like again, I want to know more about this girl's fucking past.
Fireworks are beautiful every year.
Absolutely, it's like, and it's amazing. Like she clearly appreciated it. She clearly appreciated it. Thing is, she just didn't know what they were.
Hopefully, when she sees them more often, she'll get a generalization of what the fireworks are.
We'll have to wait and see.
Which everyone knows they're just firecrackers that are lit with a flame and launched up in the sky.
Firecrackers, fireworks, sparklers, all of it.
Whether it's done by normal people or just insane people.
Yeah.
Like,
but again,
you have wacky neighbors.
We don't know. we don't know anything about her. Like, this is such a fucking crazy thing, man.
Oh, trust me, we've seen crazier things.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Don't threaten me.
Nobody was threatening you, dude.
That was a joke, dude. That was a fucking joke. Dude, what the fuck, man? So you, like, half the shit I say is a joke. How do you not understand this? How do you not fucking understand this?
Sorry, most of the times I'm in the dark with some jokes.
I'd throw you a flashlight, but I think you'd probably end up getting hit in the head.
Yeah, and then I'll probably have a flashlight mark on my head. It'll hurt.
And you ruined it. You ruined the joke.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I bet you if we told Luna some jokes, she would probably understand most of them.
Depends on the joke.
Yeah, that's depend on the joke.
We'd be like, hey Luna, what do you get when you cry? What do cigarettes and hamsters have in common?
Cigarettes? What?
Cigarettes and hamsters?
Hamsters.
What?
How the
both,
fuck?
they're both harmless until you put one in your mouth and light it on fire.
Oh my god!
What the hamster ever do to you?
Yes, what the fuck?
What little hamster?
What did hamsters ever do to you?
The Ghostbusters reference.
Oh, okay.
What?
A Ghostbusters reference? Which movie?
I don't remember that ever coming up.
Afterlife.
Oh, that one.
I'm still gonna see that.
Me too. Do I even want to see it? I don't know.
I would think so.
You're gonna want to see it. Gozer's back.
By all accounts, Afterlife was good.
Well, as soon as they put it on a streaming service, I'll watch it.
The one you don't want to see
is all the women.
Is the all female cast one yet? Because that is just bullshit. I'm sorry. It's like it's dumb. It's not funny. It's idiotic. I literally rented it from the library.
And you immediately took it back.
Almost immediately, yeah. It's like I was like, watched the first 5 minutes, went nope, ejected it from my DVD player, and went and took it back the same fucking day.
Well, as soon as they put Afterlife on a streaming service, I'll definitely watch it.
You should be able to get the DVD from your local library.
I don't go to the library that much.
You say that like it's an excuse.
No, really, because I'm too busy throughout the day with work and stuff. I'm too exhausted to go to the library.
That's what the weekend is for.
Yeah, but sometimes I work on the weekends.
Oh.
You just have an excuse for everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Weekend? This ain't the Lover Boys.
The Lover Boys. He's referring to the group Lover Boy working for the weekend.
Oh, God.
Yes. See, we're just like Daniel. He makes pop culture references, so do we. So, yes, Pop culture references do happen.
To be fair, I have heard of one of Loverboy's songs, and that's "Heaven in Your Eyes" from Top Gun. Loved it.
Speaking of Ghostbusters, there is a new Ghostbusters video game out right now.
Another one?
Yes. Yeah, it's got the original voice actors aged up.
The one that they did on PlayStation 2. They remastered and re-released.
We kicked its ass!
That's Ghostbusters 1, dude.
Well, this one is basically, it has the original cast, but they're all old men now. They're like older. It's basically multiplayer.
This was literally, this was the closest you were going to get to Ghostbusters 3. You played somebody who had been hired on as a new rookie Ghostbuster.
That wasn't the one I was talking about. They actually recently released a new one this weekend. Yeah. But I know what you were going with. I played that one. It's really fun. It can be stressed at times in the last level, but other than that, it's fun. I noticed the main difference in the two different games. When you fight Agathor, in the PS2 version, he's a giant worm, but in the Xbox One version, he's a big old golem-looking guy made of books. I never understand why they changed that in the remastered game. They probably took out some of the fun stuff in it. But I guess they had their reasons. But yeah, it's nice, especially when Halloween coming up. It's nice to talk about Ghostbusters, you know.
Well, that's been very ghostily busted.
Ay.
Dude, stop trying to be Alpha 5.
I was not trying to be Alpha 5.
Ay.
I swear, at this point, we might be taking the pop culture dude's job.
Too late. Like, dude, we've been doing this pretty much the entire time, man. Where you been?
I've been sitting on this couch sweating my ass off, but other than that, I'm doing good.
Dude, I don't want to know about your ass and what it's doing, okay?
Alrighty, har.
You're the one who brought it up, okay?
So, is there anything else we can talk about before
Well, honestly, there is.
Alright.
So, one of the things that I did notice is that it does feel like they're setting these two up to have a very much like big sister, little sister relationship, and I think we're going to see that develop as the series goes on. Because I really don't think they're going to try to ship these two. There's like a 5-year age gap.
Yeah, I don't see that working.
Plus, I mean, like technically, Octavia is still underage.
Yeah, she's technically still a minor.
Yeah, she's still 17. Yeah.
And the league, and I don't know what the age of consent of hell is, so we don't know what that is.
All I know is that in the long run, I like where they were going with this. It does feel like they're setting them up as a sisterhood.
Yeah.
I do want to see if this means that we're going to get more of Octavia in the show. Because now that they've actually met up, and they were hinting at them becoming friends months ago with one of the Shark Robot t-shirt sales. In fact, I think I have it.
I started getting a Robot t-shirt.
But it's literally an image on one of the shirts of Luna and Octavia getting a selfie together.
Aww. That's so cute.
That's cute.
That is cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how...
Not in that way. No.
It's just
it was cute in a wholesome way.
Yeah. And people keep saying grown adults can't enjoy cute stuff. We can enjoy whatever the hell we want. From now until we die, we can enjoy anything that's cute. Yep. I can't sugarcoat that. I can't sugarcoat it any better than that.
So next,
but yeah, I'm definitely gonna get a Helluva Boss t-shirt.
There are a couple you can get that aren't part of the regular sale, so you can definitely get some.
Yeah, because I've been outgrowing most of my shirts, so I gotta start thinking about getting some new clothes.
You might want to, dude, what size do you wear now?
I wear like a large to extra large.
Get 2X. This way you don't have to worry about growing out of them.
I'll do that as long as it's in my price range.
In fact, that's what I normally. They're only like $29.95, I think.
Yeah, I can probably just buy one and then wait 2 weeks and then buy another one. You know, just to stretch out my paychecks.
Yeah, because I'd like to be fair. It's like I have been getting T-shirts from Shark Robot since the first. It might not even be the first one. I think it's like the second Valentine's sale that they did. Not this
nice.
year, but the year before. The one where like Luna's just like on her phone, like the little heart symbol, right next to it. But I've basically pretty much since the sales have started, I've been picking things up every here and then. I think this year was probably the most I've ever bought. About like 3 or 4 shirts at a single shot. Got the lenticular poster, got the second lenticular pin, and I got one of the standees.
Which standee?
The one of Luna where she's like all pissed off and shit.
Oh yeah, I should have known that.
I've got to get the other two. I've got to get the other two. One because one is just her in her human form, and the other is the first standee they released. So I got to get those two.
Yeah, I meant the human form of her looks pretty good.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Am I the only one for the longest time who thought she was wearing a miniskirt? It turns out she's wearing shorts.
Oh, she's wearing shorts.
I swear, yeah.
Yeah,
For the longest time, the way her shorts were designed, I thought it was a miniskirt. So I'm glad they actually clarified that when they first introduced her human form.
Well, she wears shorts in her regular Luna form.
No.
No?
I understand that she wears shorts in her regular form.
Oh, okay.
It's just that prior to this, the way she was always standing made it seem like she was wearing a mini skirt.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Now I understand that it is actually a pair of short shorts. They might not even be short shorts. I think these were originally like longer leg pants or something. She just cut off most of the legs to, and then just started wearing the stockings. I mean, I could be wrong.
But we can all agree she has a very nice character design.
Oh yeah. Now, I'm very curious to see if at some point we're going to see the imps get human disguises.
Because
they did hint at the possibility that Stolas might be able to make some for him. And for M&M. So I'm going to be curious to see if they're going to handle that.
There was some fan art of the imps having human disguises.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And now that we know that theoretically Stolas could conjure some up for them, now we don't know how human disguises are actually obtained. We know that Luna has one.
Mm-hmm.
We've never found out how she got it.
Yeah, we all let's
funny thing is, here's the kicker. She assumed that the imps had them as well.
Yeah, that was implied in
episode 3 in Spring Broken. She was absolutely flabbergasted that her words, "You've been fucking around on Earth this whole time without human disguises." She was absolutely pissed about it.
Oh yeah, she was definitely pissed.
And I think this was because again, she was more worried about what was going to happen to Blitz than the other two. I mean, she doesn't give a shit about Moxie, and she kind of has like this antagonistic relationship with Millie too. So that's a whole thing. But
if you think about it, in episode 6 of season 1, you kind of see Luna and Millie kind of working together.
Yes, but that is literally because to be fair, like initially, like Miller's like, open the portal back up, they're in trouble. And Luna's like, yeah, I'm not doing that because what Blitz was doing was very out of character for him. So that means it was serious, which means I don't open the portal until I know he's safe. And then she just grabs Luna and starts screaming in her face to open the portal. So she basically
portal now.
Yeah, she basically cowed her into it.
Open the effing portal now.
Yeah, and to be fair, like once they were actually on the trail of them, it's because again, I do think that Luna does appreciate the fact that Blitz took her in and considers her family. And we see this even as far back as the pilot, where when he's mentioned the whole line is like, we don't give up on family, and she's just got this little smile on her face. She really does. Like I said, she's a parental tsundere. She appreciates being adopted, being given a home and a family. She just doesn't like to show it.
Yep.
So, I mean, literally, like you look at like episode 3 where she almost calls him dad, and it's like, we find out basically, I think in her head she does call him that. She just doesn't like saying it out loud, and she's done it a couple of times on her Instagram. And Blitz has gotten very excited about it, and she's tried to walk it back every time. In fact, one is like during the whole Blitz gets kidnapped event, she mentions this, and then when he finally gets back, she mentions, yeah, no, the only reason I said it was because I was worried that we were running out of food in the house. It's a whole thing. But I mean, even in this episode, we do see, especially at the end of the episode, we do see her smiling a little bit at Blitz and everything. Because, like, again, she does appreciate being, adopted and all. She just really doesn't like to show it. And I think part of it is she's expecting the other shoe to drop at some point, and for Blitz to just say, you know what, get the fuck out. But that I don't think is ever going to happen. Because again, he's over the top about it, but you can tell he really does love that girl.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that this is effectively, how do I put this? This is kind of a mirror to season 1, episode 2. I think the next episode might focus a little bit on Luna. Because again, look at Spring Broken, which was not fully Luna-centric, but it was still a Luna-heavy episode. And it did deal with the relationship to an extent between Blitz and Luna. We might see this again with season 2, episode 3, but we're going to have to wait and see what that goes. Because the other thing that could happen, because like I said, assuming they go by their normal schedule of around 2.5 to 3 months between when an episode goes up and when the next episode goes up.
Wow, that's a long time frame.
Not really. I mean, look at it this way. Season 2, episode 1 was in July. Mm-hmm. Here it is, October. That's 2.5 months.
Yep.
So
January would be the next one if that does.
January, yeah, sometime after the new year would be the next one. Now, they could make that either a New Year's themed episode, a Christmas themed episode, a Valentine's themed episode.
Oh, we need a Christmas themed episode of Helluva Boss.
I would be very interested to see how the characters from Hell celebrate Christmas. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, that would be one hell of a time. Hell of a good time.
Yeah. So the other thing is it could be a Valentine's Day episode as well. Or it could be another spring break themed episode, or at very least early spring themed. Who knows? We don't have an exact clue here. Now, part of this, don't forget, is also because they were thrown off their schedule by a lot with that basically 6-month wait for episode 8 of season 1. So we got season 2, episode 1 on July 31st. All right. So this is, again, about 2.5 months. And if they keep to this, then theoretically, we could be seeing very early January, maybe even late December. Because if they're already working on each new episode as they're getting the last one shoved onto YouTube, and that's a big if, but if that is what they're doing, then they could theoretically already have the next episode partially done, and we could be wrong, and we could actually see an episode released in December. But either way, whether it's a December episode or a January episode, there's a very good chance we could see it being a holiday-themed episode. Because we haven't had that yet. Yep. We've had stuff that's been released in certain seasonal areas. I mean, I know for a fact we're getting a Christmas sale on Shark Robot. That's a given.
That's a definite given.
Because they've done that now 2 years running with a Halloween, a Christmas, and Valentine's. So we've seen this 2 years running. So there is definitively going to be a Christmas sale. I don't know if there's going to be a Thanksgiving sale, but definitely a Christmas one. And then the big question, and this for me, this is probably the more interesting question. we've talked about Valentine's Day already. We talked about Christmas. We talked about New Year's. But Valentine's Day, I would be very interested to see how that would be dealt with in Helluva Boss's universe. Just because a day entirely devoted to primarily romantic love. I mean, that kind of concept is almost custom built to be a Luna episode. I would love to see that because it's like, what does Luna try to do to attract, a boyfriend, or girlfriend? I think she's heterosexual, but we do know she was willing to play bait to men and women alike in Spring Broken. But either way, I think she is primarily heterosexual, or at the very least, she only has a romantic interest in guys, but she's willing to, pretend to be interested in women for the sake of a mission, but, whatever. But either way, like, I would love to see that. I would love to see a Valentine's-themed episode, and I'd love it to be centered around Luna. I'm not holding my breath, because, again, it seems like that'd be something they're going to go with more for Stolas and Blitz, because they want to continue the Stolas ship. But at this point, anything's possible.
Well, if you hold your breath for too long, you might pass out.
Oh my God, Shadow, come on.
Well, I wasn't making a joke, I'm just stating a fact.
Yeah, except it was clearly in reference to a turn of phrase. And I swear to God, if you ask how you turn a phrase, I'm going to send you to the Griffin house and make you watch Peter for an entire week, uncensored, without being able to close your eyes.
Yeesh, you don't need to be so serious, man.
Why so serious? Oh, I don't know. I just felt like it.
Yeah.
Okay, Joker.
That'd be funny if Warwolf dressed as the Joker. And you'd probably give Mark Hamill a run for his money.
Yeah, I don't know. Mark Hamill was pretty much the perfect Joker in animation.
Yeah, he needs to do more stuff with Joker and stuff, because he's still got a good
Well,
couple
he
of years.
kind of decided to retire from the role because he felt like he'd kind of gotten overplayed. He did say he was willing to come back for Killing Joke, which of course they did, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't 100% directly faithful with some of the lines, but overall it was still pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but
it'd be funny. I would love to see him get a role on Helluva Boss.
One can only hope, Mom Prayer. One can only hope.
The question would be, who would he play?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good question.
Well, for one thing, Busy Pop has to make sure they can get in contact with him, for starters. And
I don't think that's going to be a problem. I mean, look at how many people she was able to get in contact with who are major talents that she was able to get onto the show.
Yeah, I mean, you got Horvath,
Richard Horvitz, Alexander Brighton, Mara Wilson, all of them.
Brendan Rogers.
So Mara
Brendan
Wilson.
Rogers is again one of the major characters on the show, and then of course you got Erica Lindbeck, Bryce Pinkham, all of it.
And they got the money too, so if they can find the right price for Hamill, he'll definitely do a video.
That's the thing. It's like, I don't know exactly how much money they've got, because I'm pretty sure whatever money they got from A24 Films when they picked it up for series would have to go back into the production of Has-Been Hotel. So if they have anything left over from that first season, it would probably go into the second season along with whatever other budget they're giving them for the second season, and then the third, which I think is going to be the final season. And we also don't even know where that's going to land. Now, if they were smart, I think they would probably put it on streaming. And if they were really smart, they'd put it on Netflix, because that's the one everybody seems to have. But I've also heard they could theoretically put it on HBO Max. If they put it on HBO Max, I will get a fucking subscription just for that.
I don't have a subscription to HBO Max
Either.
Neither do I.
because I'm
I'm just saying.
subscribed to Verve,
Yeah.
Paramount Plus. So I'm kind of subscribed to two things at least.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like the stuff I've got subscriptions to. I mean, I've got Netflix, I've got Verve / Crunchyroll, and I've got Amazon Prime, which means I've automatically got Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I don't really have any other interest in getting too many other subscriptions. Now, I did very briefly have a subscription to HBO Max just to see Godzilla versus Kong because it was sold out in my theaters up here.
Dang.
So I just watched it on opening day here at home.
I bet you had a good time.
I most certainly did, yes.
Because to be honest,
And
there's no
What
way
was your favorite fight scene?
For Helluva Boss or for Godzilla versus Kong?
VK.
Well, I mean, honestly, I just like to see it. Not just in the fight scene. The thing that amazed me was that Godzilla was literally able to blast a hole in the planet.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's because after Kong put his axe down into a slot in the ground,
It basically gave Godzilla a signal, oh shit, somebody's messing around in the caverns.
Yep.
So, but if you
And
want to
that
talk
was
about,
him at 100% power.
That's one very powerful reptile.
But if you want to talk about favorite fights in Helluva Boss, honestly, I've got to give it to Truth Seekers. Because we haven't had too many major fight scenes in the series so far, but just watching the entire Imp gang go at it with the Agents of Dork.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah. And that's, by the way, part of why that episode took like 4 months to come out. Because they had literally 3 different animation styles, maybe 4, in that episode proper. You had the regular animation style they were using for the regular episode stuff. You had the different animation styles for Moxie and Blitz's hallucinations. And then you had a 4th style, which kind of resembled the regular art style, but was definitely more dynamic, that they used for the fight scenes. And they kept everybody on model, which is amazing because it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, you can see that sometimes. I mean, we've mentioned this how many times on like our reaction videos where we've mocked some of the character models on like Sonic X or Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog or what have you. The fact they were able to do this fight scene, have it be remarkably dynamic, great camera shots, great music, great fights, and have them all stay pretty much on model. I mean, that's impressive, you know? And they've been able to stay on. That's the other thing is like they've been very consistent with the artwork and the modeling for these characters. It's absolutely astounding. I got to give them credit for that.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
We obviously don't know, comrade.
I'd actually like to see some comic books or something related to Helluva Boss.
We need
I'd
to see
love
comic books. I want to see what they can work with.
I would love for them to like. We know that they've done prequel comics, and in fact, we know there's one with Valentino and Stolas referencing the relationship between Stolas and Blitz. But I want to see a release of a full-on comic book graphic novel for general consumption just to see how well it would. Because I would certainly buy one. No question.
Yep, no question, even for the Riddler.
The hell does the Riddler have to do with what?
I don't know. I was trying to make a reference to the Riddler because he always asks a lot of questions when he tries to fight Batman. You know.
That's Riddler uses riddles. It's literally in his name, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I just hit my heel on the back of my chair.
Ouch.
Whoopee.
This is why you wear protective shoes.
Yeah, hopefully you're not bleeding.
That's just a hard bump.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get a bruise, probably. As the ankle is not too kind of being hit there.
Yeah, especially. Yeah. And another part I keep hitting is my elbow.
Well, that is the funny bone, but it's not funny when it happens to you.
Yeah, well, it's funny when it happens to anybody but you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you hit your funny bone, damn it hurts.
It's just funny because your funny bone is never all that funny.
No,
Exactly.
especially when you're the one that's crying like, "Oh, my funny bone, ouchie."
I guess Ruby is still away doing whatever, so.
And we've
Mothy said she was going to be back, so you want to give her a poke and see if she's coming back in there, Shadow, or not? Because
well, considering
also Jayse, I love this meme. I mean, and it's not, and the sad part is it's actually from episode 2 of season 1. I liked it.
And we also have 1 hour until the Bryn Mason's reaction video comes out. So we have.
Well, we're still going to be here if we've still got stuff to talk about at that point. It doesn't really matter. People will find that eventually. But so the one thing I am curious about, now we talked about this earlier on in I think like session like 2 and 3, but now that we've got season 2, episode 2 out, what else are you guys looking to see happen over the course of the season? Because I mean, one of the things we actually hope to find out a little bit more about was Luna, and was wanting to see a little bit more of her and Octavia, and we got that in this episode. So what else are you guys looking to see?
Me personally, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Androlphus meet Starless.
That should be interesting, yeah.
Yeah, because if those two actually get into a huge fight, I'm gonna be rooting for Starless.
I think we're all gonna be rooting for Starless in that one.
Yeah.
By the way, why are you calling him Starless? He's not stalling anything.
Sorry, it's a force of habit.
Why are you forcing the habit?
Shadow. Time and a place, dude. That's like, you gotta learn some comedic timing.
Okay.
I mean, my jokes are horrible, but at least I've got the timing down.
He got the touch. He got the power.
Wait, so he has the touch of time?
Jayse. Go to your fucking room.
I'm already in it.
Go to your tree.
I'm literally living in a log cabin, dude.
A log cabin?
Go to the roof. I don't care.
I've noticed something. Whenever Jayse does the snicker, he reminds me of Muttley from the Wacky Races.
He kind of does, yeah.
I looked it up last night when I thought.
Right there. That's literally Muttley, dude.
And of course the Penelope Pit Stop series as well.
I've never seen that one actually.
The Perils of Penelope Pit Stop. It's not bad. Like a 1980s or something. One of the older cartoons on Boomerang, when Boomerang was actually Boomerang, but now it's mostly just, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the Wacky Races, I love watching that. Whenever they air it, I always watch it because it's so funny, it's hilarious. But Jayse, if you keep laughing like that, you might turn into Muttley. I'm not joking either.
Muttley.
Dude, you literally sound like him when you snicker. I'm being brutally honest, too.
So, actually, now the funny thing is, we talk about voice actors and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rooster Teeth is about to go belly up.
Yeah, because, some of the Ruby crew is leaving.
Oh, so for WRBY.
Yeah, I mean, even Barbara Dunkelman is no longer utilizing the Ruby part of her stuff on her bio on Twitter anymore. So.
Oh, well, that's sad.
Mm-hmm. Did she voice again? Did she voice Cinder or someone else?
No, Barbara Dunkelman voiced Yang Xiaolong.
Oh, Yang, right.
Oh, apparently on a side note, IGN gave Sonic Adventure a bad review. Wow. IGN.
What?
Apparently I found a tweet on Twitter that IGN gave Sonic Adventure 3.5. That's a bad review.
Ah!
Ow.
IGN has no taste. That's what I'm going to say about
IGN have no brains. That's the whole point.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think their brains are at home and sleeping, and they're just making weird shit up. But yeah, the Sonic Adventure is downright a really good video game. And hopefully, speaking of Helluva Boss, maybe we'll see more interaction between Luna and Octavia.
Honestly, yeah, I'd like to
That's a high
see.
possibility.
Yeah, I definitely, like I said, I would definitely love to see that relationship develop because again, they do fit as being like older sister, younger sister. I like the dynamic there. And plus, if Stolitz is the end game for this, if getting Stolas and Blitz together is the end game, those two would end up being stepsisters. I could definitely see that relationship developing in that particular path. I would love to see it.
Wait, sure is quiet in here, isn't it?
A little bit. I guess we'll just have to break the silence.
What the hell, dude? Where was the joke?
It's referencing a band.
I'm looking at
Breaking the
no mic chat.
It's a song name.
Every time I see Luna waving,
Never heard of it.
Every time I say wagging, every time I see Luna wagging her tail with that face, I just crush out and going, "Aww."
Wait, are we talking about Wacky Wackford or Wally Wackford?
No, I'm talking about when Luna wags her tail.
Oh.
And it gives that cute little dog face with the eyes and the way her mouth.
Oh, you're talking about the thing with from episode 3 where
she's looking at Vortex.
Yeah, that is kind of adorable, I admit.
It is adorable. Muttley,
didn't see me, did she?
I
my makeup shitty today.
I meant to start calling you Muttley if you keep snickering like that.
Dude, knock it off, all right? A time and a place, Shadow. A time and a place, and this ain't it.
Yes, Dad.
Oh, Lord.
So, while we're here, one thing I'm very curious to note is if they keep this in, I know that they mentioned the potential of superheroes, or at least supervillains in Hell, in the pilot to Has-Been. I'd be very curious to see what would happen if something like that popped up in Helluva Boss. I mean, the closest we've gotten so far is Lyle Loopty and Loopty Goopty.
Lipton.
Lyle Lipton and Loopty Goopty, yeah.
Loopty Goopty.
Yeah, I know, it's a strange name. What are you going to do?
Okay, I asked Sear, he's still out eating.
Jeez, it doesn't take him this long to go out to a restaurant.
Well,
Dude, when did he leave? Anyway, it's like 2 hours ago, isn't it?
I believe, yeah, I think it was 2 hours ago. Remember, he did this before during a video. He he came late because he was taking his Nana out to get dinner. Well, I let them out that video.
And we're still waiting for... Is Ruby coming back or what?
Let me DM her.
And we also got to figure out if Marthy's coming back. She said she was going to be, but...
But eventually, we will discuss future plans for the channel at the new end of this too, so that way people will know what to look forward to as an end of the year plans.
But what will they listen backward to? See, that's how you do. I mean, even if the joke was bad, there's your comedic timing. Look forward, listen backward. It fits, even though it's not good. So,
yeah.
So, Adam. So, let me ask you this. When it comes to... Now, do either of you guys read fan fiction, or am I the only one here who does?
I read some fan fiction from
I don't
time
read
to
that
time.
much because I'm always on Twitter a lot looking at fan art of Sonic characters and stuff. But other than that, I don't read
Well,
fan
I
fiction.
do that too, but Twitter decided to be a bunch of assholes and suspend my account because some dumbass bitch, like I got into into a debate with some idiot who was trying to say like why he thought there wasn't any bad writing in the Disney sequel trilogy. He couldn't out debate me, so he made these false reports of quote unquote abuse and harassment. After trying to compare me to Harvey Weinstein, the anti-Semitic little fuckwad.
Yep.
So I'm actually at the point where I'm going to be reaching out to the American Civil Liberties Union, the Alliance Defending Freedom, and the Anti-Defamation League to see about getting my account back. But until then, I have no account unless Twitter gets its head out of its ass. Or if Elon Musk actually, keeps his promise and starts letting people back onto the platform. Of course, I don't think that buyout's gone through just yet. I know he's filed to actually do it, but we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. So, although I will admit, and I don't like to have to necessarily say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Okay.
That may have been the best thing that could have happened, just because like Twitter rots your brain. Twitter is a situation where it seems like it's designed to piss you off. I mean, with Facebook, not so much, but with Twitter, oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah, they blah.
Careful.
It really does feel like it, like everything that trends or anything, like it's so rare that you get anything positive, like when Godzilla's trending or like something
Sonic
like
was trending the other day.
Yeah, Godzilla was trending a while back. I know that.
Okay, so apparently Mothra and Ruby are not coming back.
Okay, so they're not coming back. Okay.
Nope.
So all right. So what else are you guys looking forward to seeing at the end of the or during the course of the season?
For Helluva Boss, I'm thinking that Moxie gets some character development as time goes on, and I really hope he kicks Striker's ass.
Well, we are going to be seeing Stryker versus Eminem at some point. I don't know if Blitz is going to be involved in the fight, but we're definitely getting Stryker versus Mox and Millie.
Yep.
That's going to be interesting.
And if it were possible, I want to see a cameo from Alistair.
That would be an interesting question because, again, like given the whole mess that seems to have come up with episode 8 for season 1, that'd be interesting. I will say this. The idea of one of the overlords popping up isn't necessarily something I would consider entirely impossible, but I don't think it would have been Alistair. If anything, I think it would have been Valentino, because they hinted at the possibility that he and Stolas had a working relationship at one point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who knows at this point?
I saw a little fan comic that about Stolas and Valentino having a bit of a thing.
That wasn't a fan comic. That was I think that was one of the official prequel comics.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yes, I think so. I'd have to go and double check that myself at some point.
When you said right, I thought you almost tried to sound like an Insecticon again.
No, that wasn't quite a Decepticon. Well, Insecticon moment, but no, that wasn't quite that. But
surprised
we haven't Cybertron Grimlock.
But to be fair, I have a hard time understanding how that transformation is even supposed to work in Fall of Cybertron, because it just doesn't feel like it would. But
Shockwave did experiment on Grimlock and his teammates
I know
after the
that.
Insecticons captured them. So.
Right. The thing is, like, the way Grimlock transforms in Fall of Cybertron doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like,
but the animators who did it,
experimentation or not, it still doesn't make sense. Like, you look at Generation 1, that transformation makes sense. I mean, granted, it's based on the toy, but at least we understand why the transformation is the way it is. Here, I don't understand how that transformation works.
oh, the arms turn into the dino mode legs.
No,
and
I understand that. But his chest is supposed to drop down in the toy in order for that to work. Here, it's just like he just stomps his hands down, and then all of a sudden his body grows extra parts. I mean, I understand like mass displacement and everything, but it's like he lacks the wings that are supposed to be part of his upper body and arms and everything in his T-Rex mode. It doesn't make any fucking sense in Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it just doesn't. The Dinobots in Generation 1, their transformations made sense. And I think they basically duplicated them for Transformers Animated. It wasn't that different.
Yeah, animated Grimlock was he was actually kind of menacing.
No, so was Generation 1 Grimlock, but
Yeah, Generation 1
but-
Grimlock was pretty good.
Even still, I think the toys still largely transform the same way as the Generation 1 toys, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. Plus,
Either way.
I recently got the Platinum Edition G1 Triptychon.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, that thing is just gorgeous.
You know what I would love to get my hands on? A toy of War Within era Optimus Prime.
Oh, that version.
Because that design was gorgeous, and it was what they used as the base for War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, Optimus's physical design in both modes.
Wow.
Hell, even IDW used that Cybertronian mode, or at least a variant version of it, before they did the recent reboot. So yeah.
And in my personal opinion, I think the best truck mode that Prime had was well, two of the best truck modes, and was the Bayverse one from Age of Extinction and The Last Night, and I think it was Transformers Prime. Yeah, Transformers Prime. So.
Prime was admittedly, I think, based on its some part the Bayverse stuff. That's why Bumblebee is basically mute in Prime. But for
until Predacons Rising. So.
Well, also in the final episode of season 3 of Prime. But for me, it's like you're never gonna top the original truck alt mode for Optimus. So
the
there's
Kenworth
that.
K100, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, speaking of like toys and everything, am I the only one who wants full-on action figures of Helluva Boss?
You're probably the only one.
I want some of those too.
That or model figures. I'll take either one.
And speaking of Optimus, I just recently got a Transformers Dark of the Moon Ultimate Optimus second hand from a best buddy of mine, and and he's missing a few parts.
Ouch.
Dang.
Don't worry, it's all right. I can still fully transform him.
Hey, here's a question. What do you think would be the faction of each of the members of the Helluva Boss cast in the Transformers? Would they be Autobots, Decepticons, or something else altogether?
Probably Decepticons.
See, I'll disagree with you on that one because I don't think any of them are actually evil. They may be assholes, but they're not evil.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the majority of some of the characters would be on the good guy side, the Autobots. So.
Who specifically do you think would fit?
I think Team IMP, Solus, sorry. I think Vortex as well, because even though Vortex is the name of a Decepticon.
Wasn't IMP like something from the pilot that Luna said when she was when she answered the phone.
Yeah, hello,
Oh.
IMP.
Hello, IMP. Then she just hangs up.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it
Classic
turned out it was
Luna.
just Millie asking for, asking for her to call Moxie because she got stabbed, so.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny. Oh.
It's been months since I watched the pilot. I'm amazed I actually remember that.
I still need to watch Eggman Empire's reaction video to that and see what he thought. Because that's a big YouTube channel. They have 15.5
Eggman Empire? Is that what they're calling?
Eggman Empire, yep. 15.5K.
I might have to look it up, yeah.
They got 15.5K subscribers.
Ooh.
And the guy that voiced Eggman in there is hilarious. And Ruby Rose did hint earlier that she did work for him.
Hint, nothing. She flat out said she worked for him.
Yeah, I'm glad she had fun working with... I always let my VAs work with other people, because I'm nice that way, and then you get some experience. Maybe if they're lucky, they get paid doing the stuff they do on other channels.
That'd be nice, don't you think? Yeah.
Yeah, make a little green. My channel's mostly volunteer work.
I tried to stream a watch party of Helluva Boss on my YouTube channel, and
Let me guess, they got copyrighted?
Yeah, stream got taken down.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, because, they might have problems with that. I mean, unless it's, you have to actually have, a lot of commentary going on in the background, so this way it counts as fair use or something.
Which is probably what I bet you Eggman Empire asked Fizzy Pop to react to, and I'm pretty sure they gave it.
I asked Vivian to react to it.
Did she ever get back to you?
Somewhat.
I mean, I could try asking Fizzy Pop if we can react to it.
A little bit busy with animating, and
I mean, if we wanted to, we could try reacting to it. I mean, we always have big crowds.
I would honestly not take the risk on that, because it's probably easier just to discuss it after the fact, because it's
yeah,
we'd have less chance of being hit with a copyright strike over it. So,
well, considering these would just be videos, not an actual live stream. I mean,
that's an interesting question. I'm not sure.
Well, because
if you want to do it, try. But if not, I'm not going to sweat it.
Because every video I put a copyright disclaimer in the description to make sure that every video is under fair use. And so far, it's been working. It's been working pretty well. Like, I had to, when I streamed Guardians of the Galaxy, I had to switch on streamer mode to turn off the copyright music on the game. Which really works out. They give you music that's non-copyrighted, so your stream won't get taken down for playing copyrighted content, because that's what Guardians of the Galaxy, they play a lot of copyrighted music on there.
I got nothing, bro.
Yeah, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. You guys have anything else to talk about? Because I'm pretty much done.
I mean, at this point,
I
don't really
the
think
artwork that we're using for the backdrop here, I think that looks pretty
I like
beautiful.
that.
I have, again, I found it on Google.
Nice.
Can't remember what source it was, but it just fits with Season 2, Episode 2, pretty much.
It kind of does, yeah.
I mean,
so although having May there, it was kind of random, but yeah.
Look at Octavia's hair. So beautiful.
That's nice. I gotta get. What the hell is that on her head?
That's actually kind of cute.
That's the portal.
Yeah.
There's a portal in the background. I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Looks like that portal could lead to either somewhere.
What is Luna doing?
I have no idea.
She's looking at her hand. She's like, what the hell is she doing?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I have to find the source I got it from. Maybe it'll tell us what she's doing.
Maybe she's looking at her nails, and she sees something funny under there.
Maybe.
Well, considering she keeps her nails nicely filed, or her claws, whatever you want to call it.
Am I the only one who's kind of confused why she's the only one who's not dressing more warmly?
Oh.
I mean, she's wearing a scarf. I get it, and she's got fur, but look at everybody else.
They're all dressed up warmly, especially Moxie.
And for that matter, why does Octavia have the grimoire?
I think she probably might be just holding on to it for her dad. So
maybe.
Like I said, this kind of pretty much revolves around Season 2, Episode 2.
Well, it doesn't quite revolve around it, but it certainly evokes the concept, which it's kind of fun.
And it is
Oh, by the way,
fall.
why is she winking? Look at her face.
How
Is
should
she
I
making a
know?
pass at Luna or something?
I don't know. Ask the artist.
Well, I can't ask the artist. I don't know who they are. Either way, I like this. It's really good art, though. Either way.
Yeah, I
Yes,
always type
and
in.
also, so quick question: why is Miss Mayberry there?
I'm still not sure
I
about that
know?
myself. Yeah, it doesn't make any real sense, but
I'm just the guy that looks up the art. I'm not the artist.
definitely a little weird. But what are you gonna do?
Because all I can draw is mostly stick figures.
Oh, I'm so bad I can't even do that. I'm horrible with stick figures. No
and the only
question
time I've actually drawn some was watching a how to draw video and drawing along with it. Like, and that takes about 1 or 2 hours usually because I'm not that good of a drawer. But we do have a couple
I
artists.
just kind of want to point out that Via looks kind of cute with a ponytail like that.
She kind of does. It's just like, again, she's underage, so.
Yeah, cute in a wholesome way. Let's put it that way.
That makes more sense.
So I'm assuming if we do the session, it'll probably be sometime next year.
We might do 1 or 2 more if we get any other stuff put out, even if it's not necessarily an episode. But I think one of the things we are going to do at some point is we're going to do a Kamen Rider episode at the very least to discuss that, because that's been a thing for a lot of us, especially with Fudo PI just having ended.
Yeah, I still gotta finish.
Yeah, that was a beautiful
Kamen
series.
Rider.
Oh yeah, like I'm thinking we're getting a second season, because like there's no way they're just leaving it like that. I really think we're getting a second season of Fudo PI.
Oh yeah, I believe so as well.
So, yeah. All right, so like I said, we're definitely doing a Kamen Rider episode at some point. We'll probably do something else as the series goes on. And, we're definitely going to do some more stuff because we'll always find something to do a session on. But, I mean, as long as we got Helluva boss material to discuss at some point, we'll probably get another episode, I think, put out for another session. Maybe before the next episode comes out, maybe after. But, I mean, again, we might just start doing some, like, all general purpose sessions like this where we can just shoot the shit about whatever. Because, like I said, if we're just doing a general thing, I'm sure we can find topics to talk about till the cows come home.
And since we're at this point, I might as well tell my future plans for the channel for the end of the year.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, at this point, we've got very little else going on, and I could see you doing a quick run up here. So,
all right. So basically, since Halloween is coming up, we're going to be reacting to. We recently reacted to a Werehog video, but it was by WoodyFan360. This one is done by.
We're gonna have to do that before Halloween itself.
Oh, we will. It'll be on Monday. We're going to be back to Sonic Whacker 55's version of Night of the Werehog. It's pretty comical and scary. Basically, Sonic turns to a werehog again, which, to be honest, most of the crew enjoy you, not you, mostly Sonic turns into a werehog, because it's pretty comical. We're also reacting. We're also going to be reacting to a 10-video series of Woody and Debbie Duck's homeschool series, which I've watched almost all 10, and they've got a lot of good comic material in there, especially when it involves the Mario and Sonic characters. And he does use
that should be interesting.
He does use the regular Sonic plush in at least all 10 of those.
Oh, finally, not the Sonic Boom stuff anymore.
Yeah, that's at least one good thing out of that. What else do we have?
I'm hoping we're going to see more stuff with Sally, because again, I like having Sonic and Sally together. Because again, I'm going to say this straight up. I am a Son Alley shipper.
Well,
I'm sorry. It's just like I know there are a lot of people out there who are probably worried about why my version of Sonic is so opposed to Amy as a romantic partner. Like I don't know if they've legitimately tried to age her up in the games. I think they have, but either way, for me, it's just like I can't get away from the fact that she started out as a 12-year-old. Actually, I'll correct myself. I think in the encyclopedia, I think they initially said she was like between 9 and 10. And then I think they tried to age her up since. So yeah, the age gap is kind of a thing there. It's like I can see Sonic dating somebody within like 6 months to a year of himself. So seeing him in a relationship with Sally or
Bunny Rabbit.
Bunny theoretically would count. I mean, he's in the Archie comics. He's had a couple of potential girlfriends. He was dating Fiona the Fox for a while, which is confusing for several reasons. They did kind of hint at the possibility of her looking to Sonic when Evil Antoine kind of abducted the real one that she had been dating and eventually married. There was Mina the Mongoose, who actually ended up gaining super speed. We don't know how or why. I mean, at this point, I'm honestly expecting, like with the introduction of Surge the Ten Rock, I'm
Yeah,
almost expecting to see shipping art of those two together at some point.
yeah, there's pretty much shipping out of it already.
I know there's been people who have shipped Sonic and Blaze, which
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what's
I mean,
up. That's why.
I could almost see the opposites attract angle for that, but I don't necessarily know that'd be the perfect.
Speaking of that, we are hopefully gonna get the Sonic Rush reactions of Adventure done before January 1st when we do the live BA voicing of both games, which that's gonna be in the works.
Yeah, because I'm still not even sure if we even really need to do that because we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, because see if we would do that, because the older one has outdated audio issues.
Yeah, but I mean, like that just like we don't need to worry about that because it's basically like, I mean, as long as we keep the old one up, I guess I wouldn't.
Well, the
see
old,
too
yeah, the
big
old
of a
one's still up
problem,
there.
but-
That's still there.
I'm just not
going
sure if we
anywhere.
need to redo it. I think I would rather just do reactions to newer stuff or even dub
Yeah.
newer stuff rather than go back and try to redo something.
Yeah,
Because I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I can do Sonic, I can do Nega pretty well. Johnny was kind of just like spur of the moment thing.
and Whisker.
And Whisker, yeah, again, because I don't even remember what I did for Whisker, so it's like it's a whole thing.
Did
So I
kind of
think
like Eggman, Nega's voice, but a little higher pitched and more of an accent.
Right, and it's not as easy to do that as you think. It's like that's why I will say this: I am absolutely astounded with people like Christina V or Brandon Rogers or anybody else who's been on like Helluva Boss, because it's like look at the range so many of these people have where they can do like multiple different characters. I can do like 2 or 3, before it starts getting like. I mean, look at like with Family Guy. It's like how many people have the same voice as Carter Pewterschmidt in that show at this point?
A lot.
Yeah, it's like he's just reason. I mean, even for God's sakes, like Stan Smith from American Dad, I think basically uses a slightly modified version of Carter's voice. Am I the only one who thinks that's what we're hearing?
I think that too.
And
So yeah, I mean, it's
yeah.
like sometimes you just get like a lot of vocal overlap, and eventually it just gets to the point where you can't really enjoy the immersion of like looking into another reality where you're seeing all this, because it's like how many people of these like just sound the same. So it's like
And
it's one of those things.
and we will hopefully see more of Luigi in videos as well, since the homeschool videos have him in most of them.
Sounds good. I just hope he's
Yeah.
not smelling any more floors.
And I'm currently holding. And I'm currently holding a.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That joke is just never gonna get old.
And on Monday, we're gonna have Sticks to Bat to join us for a Halloween reaction video. We haven't heard much from most videos, so we'll try to get her involved as well. Even though she's the only Sonic Boom character we have on the channel.
What the?
Yeah, she's from Sonic Boom. You never knew that?
No, that wasn't what I was worried about.
Oh, what were you worried about?
Nothing. I'm just wondering what the hell my damn icon for Discord is. Oh, never mind. I see what happened.
And on December, we're going to be reacting to a Christmas special from Wayne Daffy Duck, based off of Home Alone with Buzz Lightyear.
Aha!
It's very comical, and it's only an hour long.
Wait, which Buzz? Which Buzz?
Buzz Lightyear, the original Disney Buzz Lightyear, not the
original Toy Story one, not the Disney one. Got it.
Yeah, he's always used that one, to my knowledge.
Yeah, well, no, just like he's bringing in, I think the updated one from the new movie for Zurg,
Yeah, he hasn't made any new videos yet. I keep in contact with him. As soon as I know he made the next video, we will react to it.
All right, well, that sounds like a thing. And then, like I said, we're probably going to do a little bit more stuff with, just some of these general sessions where we're just talking out of character. I think we should start doing those on a more regular basis. Maybe like, I don't know if it's going to be like once a week or something like that, but maybe once or twice a month where we just enjoy doing something like this, during like 1 or 2 Saturdays a month or something.
Yeah, we can
We'll
do
figure
that.
it out. I mean, I think it's something we could probably get a lot of interest in, even if it's like after the fact.
And we'll hopefully try to react to more animation sprite-related videos like the Bryn Nation stuff we did.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of wondering, like, do we have any more of those? Because that was hilarious.
He has a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
he has like whole playlists. I just gotta
Oh,
make sure I keep getting the
Oh,
green
it's
light
probably
from
gonna
him.
be like balls as the funniest shit you're ever gonna hear.
Oh my god, yeah. I still can't get over the fact that Sonic kissed Shadow and Surge. I can't get that out of my head.
I'm still amused by the whole thing of Knuckles going, yeah, I know I'm not into guys. I tested it. And then Sonic turns and looks at him like, you tested? What the fuck did you do? And Muttley's back.
Hey, Muttley.
Muttley.
Oh, Muttley's back. Okay, I thought and I'll try to tell Shadow to get his head out of Disney since he did say Mandalorian at least twice in 2 of those Back to the Future videos. I have talked about that, and he's working on it. But yeah, there's a lot of other fun stuff we can do. I just gotta keep researching videos and get other characters like Tangle, Whisper, because I mean those characters
I
don't
know.
see
I
much.
think you said you're actually looking for somebody to play Surge, and we're supposed to have a new Sally coming in at some point, aren't we?
Eventually, as long as she's not busy with work, we just gotta get that figured out. So until then,
we'll figure that out as we go.
Yeah.
But you guys want to wrap it up here? Because like I said, I mean, at this point, we don't really have too much else we can talk about.
And,
I did want to bring up very briefly
alright.
that it does look like they are still definitively aiming towards Stolitz as endgame, but we don't know if Stolitz is even going to survive to the end of the series. So, I mean, they've kind of hinted that we're going to see somebody severely damaged at the end of that animatic trailer. I've heard theories that it could be that this is the site of Fizzarali after, like, whatever it is that causes him to lose his arms and legs. I've heard theories this could be Stolas's hand or somebody else, like severely damaged because the hand is like blackened, like as if they've been in a fire. But we'll have to wait and see what happens.
And in November, when Sonic Frontiers comes out, I will be streaming it.
When what comes out?
Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontiers, the new game.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of, and don't forget, like we're getting Sonic Prime. What, like December?
We said at the same time.
I'll definitely be watching that.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna binge the first season. Like,
we need to know who's in it and who physically is in it.
My big hope is that the episodes aren't just gonna be like those weird 10-minute long things like they were with Sonic Boom. That just annoyed me.
I think they would say they're gonna be like 20-minute length videos. I believe.
That's not bad. That's pretty much the length of a normal TV show minus commercials. Because it's always the commercials that give you out like that half an hour time slot for the padding.
Because the Kamen Rider episodes are 25 minutes each in season 1.
Yeah, but I mean, again, that's Japan. That's a completely different stuff. I mean, even to be fair, in the U.S., we have that same situation too. But yeah, I mean, again, it's entirely dependent what's going on there. So, all right, so folks, we're wrapping this up. This was pretty damn fun. I'm Warwolf. We had Shadow of Chaos. We had Jayse. We had Ruby, and we had Mothy, and we had Sear, and this was pretty damn fun. I think we went for like what, almost 3 hours?
3.5 to be exact.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Oh God, yeah, damn close to it actually.
And we're only 12 minutes away until the Bryn Nation's reaction video premieres.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, it's like it wasn't quite a full 3 hours and a half because you figure it's like 5:30.
We started at 5:30,
7:30, 8:30. It's almost 4 hours and a half.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, because like if we actually were to go until 9:30, it would have indeed been like 4.5 hours. That's pretty damned impressive considering we got a little bit off track, but we still managed to make it work.
And of course, we got more Would You Rather videos coming in the future as well. I still got,
let's just hope that the questions aren't as fucking psychotic as some of the ones we've seen.
I still got 2 older ones I gotta post, but I gotta make I might need to
Oh,
post
yeah,
video,
yeah,
post
yeah,
video
yeah.
3 days a week or something, but
So
I'll
yeah,
work on that.
I'm just glad we finally got the voice issues handled, because I remember that first one me and Blaze
Yeah.
did, and it's like you couldn't hear us at all over
No,
the
I
goddamn
couldn't.
music.
No.
I
Yeah.
told you. I fucking told you.
Well, it was thanks to you and Christina that I got my voice settings fixed on my headset.
Right.
So
Well, I'm glad we did get that all handled out. So anyway,
because
Uh,
everything's
folks.
in my head, in my earphones. Everything's in
Yeah.
your earphones.
So anyway,
Yeah.
folks.
And ever
Thanks
since
again for
I got my new computer,
Yeah.
my voice is now even clearer. So.
That
Yeah.
definitely is.
Yeah,
So
try
folks,
to keep Infinite from breaking your computer screen again.
yeah, dude, chill.
Sorry.
I'm trying to wrap up for us. So again, guys,
Right.
this has been Warwolf. We got Shadow of Chaos. We got Jayse. We had Sear. We had Mothy. We had Ruby. And we are definitely happy that you guys decided to join us, whether on the broadcast or after the fact. Remember to hit the like, the notification, and the subscribe buttons. Give us any comments you got. We're definitely always open to hearing from you guys. We may or may not respond to any comments left in the comments section if we can. If we can actually react to anything that's on the chat while a episode is debuting, we will try to do that. No promises on that one, because sometimes whatever is put up sometimes tends to vanish. We don't know why.
Yeah.
But the comment section is always there. So leave us a comment, leave us a like, leave us a subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will catch you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll post videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I'm doing my.
We'll see how things go.
Yeah.
Catch you later, folks.
Catch you later. And
Yes, Andrew!
Jayse.
Oh, you dick.
You are Jayse. What the hell? That's my. Bye bye. Oh, I didn't hit the